Welcome back to Bets and Regrets, where we're full of regrets this week. I'm your host, Brogan, joined by,
I'm Sean.
And Nick.
and yeah, boys, we got to us in week 12. Um, Sean led the way with locks, going 2-4. I went 1-4-1, and Nick, I know you went 0-6 in week 11. Do I have it marked wrong that you went 0-6 again last week? Is that a
Um,
copy and paste?
yeah, so I think there's a clerical error and all of that.
I think it might be more of a user error.
Yeah, I don't know. The only thing I really care about though is I hit my heater. So I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm okay. As
All
tear
right.
rolls
Well,
down
yeah.
my
I
face.
mean, yeah,
But Don and I,
that's big news on this show. We have all hit one dog or heater.
Michael Vick style.
But no one has hit two, so we'll see who the first person to get
I got
two
a
will be.
nice one this week.
Yeah, I'm just gonna start betting whatever defense is going up against Crying Caleb Williams for defensive touchdowns, and I think it's gonna work out.
Yeah, you got a good defense this week with Philadelphia.
Yeah, it's gonna be
All
a
right, but
massacre.
yeah, back to our locks. Yeah, I guess I already went through the weekly one. Overall, it's pretty tight between Sean and I. I'm 37, 33, and 2. Sean is 36 and 36. And Nick's playing caboose. He's 26 and 43. But we still love him.
Okay,
Uh,
can I just do my locks first, and so I can just get fucking hammered right away? You guys chiller
yeah,
with
go
that?
ahead.
Only if you
Okay,
promise to get hammered.
give a recap.
All right. Pittsburgh money line. That was with Rodgers in mind, playing in the game. I thought Rodgers was going to find a way to play. It seemed like
We
I
were both
was.
very confident, though, either way.
Yeah, I mean, the Steelers had a couple opportunities to win. Their defense kind of showed up, but then also kind of didn't. It was a weird combination. I don't know. I would do that bet again, and I feel like it's a coin flip at that point. And then Detroit minus 10.5. Who the fuck did Detroit play last week? They played.
The Giants.
Oh yeah, the OT game. Ew, Jameer Gibbs. Ew, 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 ew. Fuck you, Brogan. I played him in fantasy and I had Jameer Gibbs. But yeah, Jameer Gibbs, the best running back in football right now. He's an absolute manimal. Yeah, that he's disgusting. And somehow the Detroit looked great with Jameis at the helm. Really weird thing.
Giants,
Or what the fuck did I say?
Detroit, but
Oh, yeah, you understand. The Giants looked great with Jameis at the helm, and I really enjoyed him getting that receiving touchdown and like him breaking a tackle and getting in the end zone. That was fucking dope. Love me some Jameis. T. Higgins went out with a fucking concussion, so that sucked. And then Philadelphia, they blew a 21-0 lead to. Shouldn't that be a push for Philadelphia? Didn't the Cowboys beat them by 3?
no, because Philly was favored by 3.
Oh fuck! I'm stroked out. Oh my god. Yeah.
You
Okay.
haven't even had your shots yet. This is gonna be a
No.
good one.
No, I'm running on like 3 hours of sleep. I've been an insomniac the past couple of days for no reason. Then Christian Watson over 50.5. So we kind of talked about it before the pod. We're like, what do we do? Because when I bet the Christian Watson over line, the lines weren't published. And the very first line that Brogan was able to get was at 50.5. Well, Christian Watson got 49. Well, on my sports book, I bet him at 48.5 for his over, and he hit that. So I don't know. Did we actually come to a conclusion on that? Like, are we? I think the very
Well,
first lines that come out, I think we just rock with them. Like as soon as like you get the lines, that's what it is. If we don't have the lines
Yeah,
immediately.
yeah.
yeah,
If we find information quicker, we can send it to you. But otherwise, if you're doing
right.
your own investigative work, then I'm fine with that.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
okay.
basically our stats department goes through Sunday morning and checks all the props that we don't have lines for, and whatever they are at that moment is what they get set at. So, I suggested potentially you only take 5 shots because you doubled down on the Christian Watson, and since you hit it with your actual real money bet, you did technically win one of them, but I trust you, Nick, with however you want to
I'm gonna
go
do
about it.
6. I'm gonna do 6.
Yeah.
That's the way she rolls, man. So realistically, I mean, I would, looking back at all those bets, I would make each and every last one of those bets again. Each and every last one of those was on the cusp, except for Detroit. And obviously T. Higgins got injured. So like, I don't know. More than half of my bets were like right fucking there, and then the teams just found a way to fuck it up. So that was unfortunate. So I have 6 shots. Once again, we're going with vodka, Tito's. I'm going to mute my mic. I'm going to slurp some shots. I'm going to go grab a beer to wash this shit down, too. So I'll be right back.
Oh,
So
yeah, I'm also crushing some Miller Lights tonight.
yeah, it's
After.
I think I'm going to get actually hammered because I'm washing it down with a Voodoo Ranger.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
For those that don't know, Voodoo Rangers are 9.5%. So yeah, it's gonna be delightful. I'm going to be saying "crying Caleb" a lot, actually, probably this podcast. So I apologize in advance.
If you think he's incessant now, just give it about an hour.
Yeah, there's a real chance this pod could go off the rails. Because Sean and I also both have 4 shots, and I guess I'll go Sean. Because I'm sure you can take the shots quicker than I can. I had 2 wide receiver props for over 5.5 receptions. Nico Collins on Thursday night and Justin Jefferson. Neither of them guys did it. I think Nico had 4 and Jay Jettas had like 3 or 4 as well. So I'm just done betting receiver reception props. I do like receiving yards, but actual receptions, I guess I can't hit. And then I also took Illinois minus 6.5 against the Badgers. And not only did Illinois not cover the spread, but Wisconsin got their second home ranked win of the season,
Whoop.
which is half of their total wins for the season, I think. So yeah, shout out Carter Smith. The shot for this one is for you. Taking the Badgers to the promised land this season. And yeah, Philly let me down as well, as we all had that one. And then I pushed on Jacksonville minus 3. I don't know why. I just cannot get lucky jagging off. Seems like whenever I bet the Jags, they usually lose, but in this case they pushed. So anyways, I have 4 shots this week. And I'm also still I've been sick like 3 weeks in a row. This fucking sucks. But I've heard an old wise tale that brandy's supposed to help. I took brandy shots last week. I feel a little bit better this week, so I'm doing 4 shots of brandy and also going to be doing some brandy on the rocks for the whole podcast. So
Oh yeah.
call me Brandy if you want. All right, Sean, you go.
I think those last week it was more of a celebration shot than anything, and now it's just a four sad shots. But I will go. And yeah, I didn't do great, but I did the best out of all of us, which again, when you go 2-4 in this, not great. It was my first mistake was picking James Cook's over rushing attempts. 17 and a half rushing attempts as he finished the day with a productive 17 carries for well over 100 yards. I really thought he was going to get this pretty early on. I thought the Bills were going to take care of business against the Texans and just trying to run all over them. And they really should have. The offense was about as unimaginative as you can get. They had one drive where he had the ball 5 straight times. And the first play or something out of the series, he ripped off like a 20-yard rush, which I was like, all right, we're in business. That at least extends the drive. Maybe he'll get a couple more. And then second play, they give it to him again. I'm like, all right, keep it coming. Keep it coming. Third play, again, I'm just crazy, loving it. Fourth play of the drive, again.
Sounds
Now
like Matt
it
LaFleur play
is-
calling. Sorry.
Oh, I was so irate. It was 4th and 1. And I mean, or 4th and 1, 4th and 2, maybe. It's 4th and manageable. extremely. And it was well into Houston Texans territory. I mean, they could have kicked the field goal. I understand why they would have went for it, but the play calling was absolutely trash. They were multiple times stuffed and turned the ball over deep in enemy territory where they would have, if they would have settled for field goals, it would have been perfectly fine. They would have been able to escape there with either a narrow win or maybe they would have even covered because of just how many times this offense had cracks at it. Very similar to the Miami game a couple weeks ago where they had chances. They just couldn't get it done. But you cannot give I don't care how good of an athlete he is. You can't give a running back 5 straight carries with the ball, especially if his first one breaks it for 20. Now he's already gassed. I don't understand why. I don't understand a lot of that. It didn't make a whole lot of sense. I mean, yeah, they went for it. They flipped the script, and yeah, their defense was just able to go after Josh Allen all night, made him super uncomfortable. They were playing from behind, so he was throwing a little bit more than he usually would. And I don't understand that either because in obvious past situations, like there were drives where he would just be going 3 straight, 3 and out, pass, 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 pass. At some point, you got to keep the defensive line honest and change it up and go for a run. Let the offensive line attack him a little bit rather than just sitting back. If the defense is pinning your ears back, especially that D line with Danielle Hunter and Will Anderson, that Texans defensive line combined for 8 sacks, which is a career high for Josh Allen. And we talked about it last week. That Bills team is going to go as far as Josh Allen can take him, as long as he's on the field. When he's taking that kind of abuse, he's just begging to get injured. So I was extremely disappointed with how that game was just mismanaged from an offensive standpoint. The next one in that game was the Kai Fairbairn over 1.5 field goals. That hit well before halftime, so that might have to be an autoplay until proven otherwise. I'm happy that he was healthy there, and Texans offense is just good enough to get into that range, and oftentimes they don't convert because C.J. Stroud starting to become a believer that he's just not that good. He's a middle-of-the-road quarterback, but he's not going to put you over the top. And that was one of my 2 wins. My other win was my college football parlay that hit, that 6-teamer that I was skeptical on, but I liked it, and for plus money, mind you. But that parlay is just another reason of why we love the game of football. It was awesome. The first one, I mean, Vandy took care of business. Diego Pavia just beat the shit out of Kentucky. Kentucky's terrible, so I figured that was going to be easy. Next one, Iowa. That was a little bit more of a sweat. They were playing Michigan State at home, so I thought, playing at Kinnick Stadium, they should be able to boat race them, even though their offense isn't that great. Well, they found themselves down in the fourth quarter, and they were able to come back, tie it, and not only tie it late in the fourth quarter, but kick a game-winning field goal with either time was expiring or it was extremely close. I'm not sure if they walked it off. I wasn't there watching that game, but I did. I was out and about doing shit, but I was able to make it back for the highlight, the creme de la creme of my parlay with Utah at home against Kansas State. Now, this game was an offensive shootout. I think there's over 90 some points were scored, 95 points or something like that. So it was an overs paradise. Utah was down. They found themselves down. I believe it was by 16 points. Excuse me. Over the last 7 minutes of the fourth quarter. Yeah. Utah outscored K-State 16-0 to take I think it was a 4-point lead with like 30 seconds, 40 seconds left, something like that. So that was just one of those games that just remind you why you love this great game of football. It was awesome. And then the other ones took care of business pretty much. Boise State beat the shit out of Colorado State. North Texas beat up on a bad, I forget what conference they're in, but they took care of business there. LSU had a little bit of a scare against one of the directional schools from Kentucky. I believe it was Western Kentucky. And the Hilltoppers put up a fight. They were, what was it? They were up 3-0 well in deep into the second quarter. And then Kentucky not Kentucky, Jesus. LSU scored right before halftime and then kicked the field goal, and I believe it was another field goal or something. So it was either 17-3 deep into the game, but then LSU is pretty much in, victory formation on essentially Western Kentucky's goal line. And they get a scoop and score touchdown with like a minute left. Thankfully, they don't get the onside kick. But that was just another sweat that I'd have preferred not to have happen. Pittsburgh, kind of talked about that already with Nick's money line pick. I was still confident in that game. And rightfully so. Pittsburgh was winning multiple times throughout that game. I think the Bears' luck's got to just run out sooner or later. It was frustrating. The Eagles, what more can we say? You can't blow a 21-point lead. A.J. Brown actually got involved and still did nothing. I fortunately did play some Devonta Smith over receiving props, so I was happy that one got home. And probably my biggest blunder of the day last week was the Chase Brown under 53.5 receiving yards. And I just didn't expect the Bengals to show out at all. But one thing that I have learned, or I've relearned, unfortunately, was you can't ever count out Joe Flacco in any situation. He'll be chucking the ball, or he'll be chucking that rock around. That'll open up lanes in the run game, kind of get the defense on their heels a little bit. So, learned my lesson, and ended up going 2-4. So, at 4 shots of Fireball. Here we go.
Is Joe Flacco elite?
Dude stays elite, man. He's never not been elite.
He was elite even when he wasn't on a football team.
I think the Colts got him.
All right. Well, yeah. A lot of regrets from week 12. I'm going through it over here.
I'm only 4 shots in. I have to keep muting, so I apologize for that. It's very tough right now, actually. So,
soft.
But yeah, I guess just a quick recap of week 12 outside of what we just went through. Texans getting that win on Thursday night against Buffalo to start it off. Typical Buffalo the Bills away from Buffalo. They just, for some reason, don't look like the Beals. Texans defense is good though, and yeah, they got that win. Cincinnati and Joe Flacco, he is elite. Played the Patriots pretty tight, and then that Detroit Giants game was wild. The Giants had a chance to kick a field goal with like 3 minutes left to go up 6 points, and they decided to go for it on 4th and goal. I
high-key respect that.
It's very Jags-esque.
Dude, I high-key respect it.
Okay, respect is one thing, but if you're trying to win a game...
this is a lost season for them. How many wins do they have right now? Like 3?
2.
Right.
But they're 2.
Okay,
they're 2-10.
So
they're
why...
tanking.
Yeah, okay, so why not go for it there? Why would you try and do the safe play there?
Because you have history of their defensive coordinator being a fucking boob in the 2-minute drill when they're up 3 points.
Yeah,
they're
tanking.
This is their 6th time.
They're tanking, man. They want to lose these games. They want to get a better draft pick.
The coaching staff and GM can hope. You cannot tank as an NFL player. Your contract, you're still playing. Your tape is your moneymaker, essentially. If it shows that you're quitting on a team, you're not going to find another team. So obviously, the guys are still playing. It's not like the NBA where they can just chuck up shots and stat pad and all that shit. If you're on defense, you're playing fucking defense. It's not the schemes and the schematics of it can allow the guys and make that as difficult as humanly possible to have their backs against the wall. But I also don't think that they were tanking against the Cowboys in week 2 or 3 and the Broncos and multiple other instances of
Dable sucks.
Their fucking clown is. No, that's not even Dable. It's his defensive coordinator.
Is Dable still there?
Dable's
Did he get fired yet?
No, he got fired a couple weeks. We talked about this.
Fuck. Okay. I'm gonna sit back.
Edit that out. Edit that out. Edit that out.
No, it stays in.
No, Shane
yeah,
Bowen.
I don't know.
There we
Thank
go.
fuck, they finally fired him. Fuck that dude.
So, Sean, how's that Giants over looking for you?
They should have fucking hit. It should be over by now. They should have 7 fucking wins.
Maybe next year, man.
About it too. I can't remember what I said. You bet your goddamn ass I'm betting a house on it.
When was the last time
annoyed.
When was the last time the Giants over on wins actually hit? 2016 with fucking like
Dan
Odell?
Jones got him into the playoffs. No.
Yeah.
Whatever year Kirk Cousins decided to throw it short of the sticks on like 4th and 8 when they won a playoff game.
Oh fuck.
No, I tweeted this out a couple days ago. Congrats to all those who
2021?
backed the Giants over. Season win total. Surely there's no way that they lost all these games, right? And keep in mind, they have 2 wins. 4th quarter, 14 seconds. They're up 37-34 against Dallas. 2nd quarter, halfway through, they're up 14-3 against the fucking Saints. 4th quarter, 5 minutes, they're up 26-8 against the really good Denver Broncos team at Mile High. 4th quarter, 4 minutes left, 20-10 against the Bears, who a lot of people think are good. I don't, but a lot of people do. And
Dude.
the last one, 4th quarter, 11 minutes left, 27-17. They should have fired Shane Bowen 4 weeks ago. Unbelievable.
Dude, I would be ecstatic if the Packers got the fucking privilege, the opportunity to play the Bears in the playoffs somehow, some way. That would be an insta-free win. It would be the greatest thing ever. It won't happen, but like it would be the greatest thing ever because the Bears, I think they have this.
Because the Bears aren't going to make the playoffs.
No, they're not because they have the second hardest schedule after the Packers from here on out, and the Lions are just going to win, and the Packers are going to win, and then the Bears are just going to drop. Yada yada yada. Somehow, some way, the Bears.
If everything holds pat for like 7 more weeks, though, we will get a glorious 6-3 seed matchup of Packers at Bears.
Oh my god, that would be disgusting. Also,
I may make my largest sports betting investment in that game.
I'd also like to point out the Bears have a negative point differential right now. They're dog shit. So that's it.
All right. Yeah, we got a few good tilts in there. That's a good one. As kind of brought up, the Bears did beat Pittsburgh though, without Aaron Rodgers.
Okay.
And the Packers beat. I'm moving on.
I just need to.
Minnesota.
It's clawing at me.
9.
Save it for the Friday game.
9 is concussed or in concussion protocol.
Quote unquote.
Does that make Minnesota a better team? I don't know.
Yeah, it does.
We will see.
It does.
Wait, 9 has a concussion?
He's in the concussion
Yeah,
protocol.
from one of the many sacks that he took against Micah Parsons and that ferocious Packers defensive line.
So they're soft benching him again. Okay, delightful.
Another soft bench, correct.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep. Colts and the Chiefs went into overtime. The Colts kind of bottled that game. They were up. Kansas City comes back. Kansas City has a chance to score a touchdown and cover. They had like 1st and goal from the 4 at like the end of the 4th quarter, and they were down 3. So if they score the touchdown and make the extra point, they would have covered the 3.5. They don't score a fucking touchdown. They go to overtime and win on a field goal. That pisses me off from last week, spread-wise.
That's cinema right there.
Kansas City.
I was also actively rooting for Kansas City to come back because I thought that I've had that. And I was like, oh, sweet. I got a green by my name on that one.
Yep, just Brogan. And, yeah. Anyways, how about Shador Sanders balling out in Vegas?
Are you both ready to apologize? Mostly Nick for calling him the worst quarterback of all time.
Did I call Shador Sanders? I don't think I called him the worst. Did I?
Something along those lines, yeah. You slandered the man.
Okay. I apologize. He played really well. I think I did something along those lines. I definitely slandered him. And I said I hope that he proves me right. Oh, actually, I don't know if I even added that. Good for Shador. I'll eat it. He did great. Yeah, nothing. I'll give him his flowers. He did great. He's definitely not a bad quarterback, and I think as long as he keeps getting his snaps, keeps getting his reps, he's definitely going to be, solid. So, good for Shador. Good for the Browns.
I didn't put this in the rundown, but when do we think Myles Garrett breaks the all-time single-season sack record? Like, is that going to be in
this
2
season?
Weeks from now? 3
Oh.
weeks? Because
next week.
He's going to break it this season. But the question is, how many sacks is he going to break it by? Because it's not going to be a half a sack. It may be one full sack, but he's going to shatter this thing. Like, it's crazy.
Is TJ Watt's the one that holds it right now, right?
The 17-game season. Him and Strahan, I believe, are tied.
They're tied at 22 and a half?
I believe so.
Okay, I think it's 20.
Right.
Yeah, I think it's 22. Yeah, okay. Yeah, Myles Garrett's a fucking manimal. He's absolutely disgusting, and I see a lot of comparisons.
Kenneth Reed highlights before this.
Love the NBA poll. Yeah, I don't know. I see a lot of comparisons. Like, people talk about oh my god, Myles Garrett, and then they talk about Micah Parsons in the same breath. Sorry, I'm a Packers homer, so I'm going to keep bringing the Packers in here whenever I can. And they both get double teamed about the same amount. Micah doesn't get all of the sacks. He creates so many fucking pressures. He gets through.
I am a Shador Sanders and any kind of football that Deion Sanders has produced fan. So I was watching that Raiders Browns game, and the announcers did make a good job or a good note of highlighting that Myles Garrett gets around the edge aggressively fast, but the interior of that D line makes it damn near impossible for that quarterback to step up in the pocket when that pressure from the outside's coming. So I just thought that, I mean, they have an insane defense.
That's crazy. I never thought about it like that.
He's making it. He's doing it. He's doing a lot of the work, but they had 10 sacks, I believe, on Sunday, and Garrett only got 3 of them.
Only had 3 sacks in one game.
I mean, he had 5 the other week, so really, is he slipping?
Dude,
It's fucking nuts.
I heard this one NFL lineman.
Season is a dream.
I heard an NFL lineman talking about sacks, and they put it in a completely different perspective than I ever thought about it. He was on TikTok or on a fucking podcast, but I saw it on TikTok, and he was like, a defensive lineman gets 1 sack a game, and they get paid millions of dollars, right? An offensive lineman gives up 1 sack a game, and they get fired. So it's it's incredible what Myles Garrett's doing. He's he's an absolute specimen. I really wish he would leave the Browns, but they paid him too much. And you know what? If he's happy with getting paid, then he's happy with getting paid. If he's happy with making generational money, I am
actually making a smart financial decision and paying their stud.
Dude, if he's happy making generational money and fucking putting up numbers, I mean, you know what? Good for you, Myles. That's incredible.
And
dog.
The stats department did get back to us, and 22.5 sacks is the regular season record held by Michael Strahan and TJ Watt.
Okay. JJ only got 20.5, right? That was JJ's max in a season. Was it 20.5 or was it 20?
20.5 in 2012, yes.
Okay. Yeah, god damn. JJ was so fucking good. Okay. Sorry. The alcohol speaking
all right,
to me.
let's keep it
moving. Keep it
going. The Jags had to beat the Cardinals in overtime, so we had 3 overtime games this week. Pretty exciting. Also exciting, the Cowboys coming back against Philadelphia. I don't know if you guys saw that one, but that was
that was wild.
I didn't have that on my
fun
bingo
comeback.
Card,
I am pretty sure Philly was up 21-0.
You don't see it coming if they come on your back.
Oh, they were. They were.
Yep. And then Saints and Falcons. Falcons beat the Saints in New Orleans, and Sean wanted to apologize to you about I was saying Tyler Shaw and telling you that it was Tyler Shaw. However, that is incorrect. Do you want to let the listeners know the correct pronunciation for the Saints quarterback?
So I did. So I heard somebody else say it, and I'm like, did he just say shuck? Because I swear to God, I thought that. And Yeah,
Yeah.
because essentially gaslit me into believing I was just
Yeah.
lying and hearing false things. I'm not
I told you there was
schizophrenic.
no K.
Yes. I'm like, I swear to God, I thought there was a K. But the K is actually silent. And I got to see the exact thing that I sent here. It was something along the lines of I Googled it in Google AI, even though, I mean,
Never wrong.
say what you will about our future AI overlords, but just make sure you thank them. Tyler Shuck's last name is pronounced Shuck, Shuk, like the word used in aw shucks or shuck corn. Despite the appearance and spelling, it does not rhyme with cough or dough. So when asking Google AI about Tyler Shuck's name, there you go.
Well, there you go. So yeah, apologies, Tyler Shuck. Falcons got that win. I didn't watch it, to be honest, so I don't have a whole lot of commentary on it. The Sunday
Kirk
night
Cousins
game.
is still a statue back there. It's crazy.
And it's
Yeah,
and then
you're
there's
gonna have to-
actually another quarterback that has like a really weird name. The quarterback for the Bears, Caleb. His last name is actually Bitch. All right, so like that's another one that's like gets.
All right, moving along.
So yeah, Sunday night,
Moving
the
on.
Rams just destroyed the Buccaneers. Obviously, Baker got hurt throwing that halftime heave,
R.I.P.
which is pretty wild to see somebody hurt their shoulder, throwing a Hail Mary and not even getting hit.
Oh, that's
But
how it happened? I just assumed he got
yeah,
smoked on a. Oh.
nope. I mean, it could have possibly like I don't know. I don't know how the injury happens. Like it could have gotten hurt before and just played it off, and then
Yeah.
like that was the straw that broke the camel's back. I don't know, but yeah, came out after that halftime heave, and but it didn't matter. The Rams were already in control of that game before Baker went out, and the Rams are a wagon. Matthew Stafford should win the MVP this year. Rams are scary. Like their
JSN.
defense is solid, and their offense is
I'm
scary.
disappointed in not betting them straight up to win the division. Arguably, I might place a little wager on them to win the Super Bowl.
Sean, you did
Like,
bet.
they're-
I
the way
thought
they're
like
playing.
back in May, you and I put some bets on the
No,
Rams
no,
to
no.
win the division.
I did. I had them at a lot of different parlays, but nothing straight up.
Oh, I had them straight up back in like May.
Which I figured the Rams it was a gimme, so I might as well try and parlay it with a couple others. But those aren't looking too hot unless the Jags, Lions, and Rams all do it for me, which would be wonderful.
Yeah, Monday night, the Niners beat the Panthers. Kind of a snooze fest of a game, in my opinion. I mean, Purdy throws 3 interceptions in the first half, and Carolina only gets 3 points on it. That's pretty wild. And McCaffrey had his revenge game, or a revenge game, playing against the Panthers, and got his touchdown. But yeah, outside of that, I don't know. I didn't think
the
it
one
was
thing
too
I will
exciting of a
say
game.
I honestly didn't watch any of it, but I did see the highlight of Panther safety Trayvon Morig suspended for one game for the unsportsmanlike. He just tried to beat the shit
Yeah.
out of I forget who it was. Was it Jawan Jennings?
Jawan Jennings.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, he can't be trying to fight. I mean, I'd rather have him fight than spit, like we talked about last week. But like,
Right.
at least settle it with your fist, brother. But
Yeah, clearly he listens to the pod because instead of hawking a loogie on Jawan Jennings, he just punched him right in the dick.
you know what? Fuck it.
I
Trayvon
high-key
Morig,
respect it.
Friend of the pod. We love it.
Right.
I'm gonna
So
buy
yeah,
a jersey.
if he wants to come on, we should have invited him on the pod tonight since he has this entire week off. But
Yeah, he's just chilling.
so yeah, that was week 12. Anything else you boys want to add on week 12 before we move on to week 13?
I watched the
say-
entirety of the Carolina San Fran game, and I was very disappointed in the Panthers' offense. You like Brogan alluded to, like the 3 interceptions. I didn't think the Panthers were ever going to win. I thought that they were going to be able to like cover.
Over?
It was just very disappointing, and then and then I bring it back to the Packers. I'm like, how the fuck did the Packers let the Panthers do that to them? All right, not making a Packers
We couldn't
homer,
stop
but
We couldn't stop our run.
Yeah, that's why Jerry Jones traded Michael Parsons.
Yeah. Yeah. Makes sense. And we let that shit happen. Fortunately, if we pass, they're fucked.
Oh my god.
You still in that last shot?
No, I finished it.
All right, good. Just checking. Just
I'm
checking.
almost done with my Voodoo Ranger, actually.
Nice.
We're gonna get real slurry. Like, once I start slurring my words, guys, I apologize. I'm gonna need a
Words of
translator
Bart
here pretty
Scott.
soon.
Can't wait.
All right. Well, yeah, let's move on to week 13 then. This week is obviously Thanksgiving week, so we got a lot of football all throughout the week. We got 3 games on Thursday for Thanksgiving, all throughout the day. We got a Black Friday game at 2 p.m.
You
because,
bet.
you do all your online shopping in the morning, and right when you're tired from that, I guess, at 2 p.m., you get to watch some football. Um, one bone I have to pick outside of football here, all these Black Friday deals are already available. So why are we calling it Black Friday if you can already do Black Friday shopping like the week before Black Friday?
Well, they do the Black Friday shopping, and then they do Cyber Monday. So it's the same shit, isn't it? Like,
Well,
what are we
no,
doing?
but what I'm saying is like you used to have to wait for
Oh
Friday
yeah.
to like get
Oh,
the deals, and
we all
now
remember the being led into a Walmart at like
Oh yeah,
9 o'clock at night and fighting some single mom for a toaster. Yeah. No, we all know the grinds.
dude. So like, I have a price tracker on like my Google for like Amazon purchases and whatever, saying like if the price went up or down. So many companies will just fucking like the week or 2 weeks before Black Friday will just drop their price, or like they'll raise their price just to drop it for Black Friday, and it will be the same exact price. So if they're selling a product for $50, the week before they'll raise it up to 60, and then for Black Friday they'll drop it down to 50. Like, so many like companies, I feel like nowadays are not like giving customers even remotely good deals on Black Friday, and it kind of pisses me off. Like, having that built-in tracker on my computer, like for an extension, kind of pisses me off because like I see that shit. Like, you can literally see the dates that prices change, and they literally do it 2 weeks before Black Friday. They'll raise it, and then Black Friday will come and they'll lower it back down to the original price. It makes me so upset. Sorry. That's it. That's
yeah,
my
I mean
TED talk.
once you learn more
Boycott
about the
that shit,
world,
homie.
it's a terrible place.
Yeah.
So, um, all right, let's get back to football though. Yeah, so yeah, 3 games Thursday, 1 game Friday, and then a full slate on Sunday, and only 1 Monday night game. No buys this week, but there are some buys next week. So we're not completely done with the buys. I don't know who would think we're completely done with the buys at this point. There's still buys next week. That was me. I didn't
Who
realize
would
that.
ever do such a thing?
Yeah. All right, but first game on Thursday seems like it's tradition. Packers Lions. It's always in Detroit. Um, Detroit's the home team, favored by two and
Yeah,
a half
because you can't have
points.
Kid Rock at the halftime show without it being in Detroit,
That's true.
or Eminem, or
Um,
any other famous Detroit rapper.
Yeah, Kid Rock's a really
yeah,
good Detroit rapper.
and I
Well,
guess I got a little
Detroit,
bit ahead of
you know.
I got a little bit ahead of myself. Forgot to recap last week. Sean and I both went 7-6-1. Nick went 6-7-1. We all pushed the Jags game.
Did you say
It
6-7?
is the tightest it's been.
That was the one game last week that I was like, I kind of want to bet on the push, and then I fucking bitched out. So I'm mad at myself for bitching out.
I do want to point out that the amount of unique picks, like Nick's been on an island for multiple, Brogan's on an island. I was on an island for the Fedor Hate Week, build, all those stuff last week, and for all the uniqueness of it, we're only one game apart from each other
Yep.
going into week 13. So I mean, pretty nuts.
Yeah, there was 14 games last week. We only had 6 squad rides, so we had 8 games where at least somebody was on an island because with 3 people, that's how it works out. And yeah, we all pretty much came out to be 500 when the dust settled. So we'll see this week if we have more squad rides or not. Our squad ride total headed into this week, we are 45, 43, and 1 when we all ride on the same spread. So still above 500. All right, well then, yeah, let's get into week 13. Like I was already saying, Packers Lions started off Thursday in Detroit. Lions are 2.5 point favorites. Sean, Do you want to go first, or do you want me to go first since we both tied? I know you don't get to go first too often, so
Yeah,
up to
brother,
you.
you just keep waiting. I went first last week. You can go.
All right. Oh yeah, that's right. We both. Yeah, okay. I forgot about that. All right, so I'll go. I'm gonna take Detroit in this one. I think Detroit was in a look-ahead spot, as Sean likes to point out, last week against the Giants. A lot of people might be flocking to Green Bay after we dominate the Vikings and the Lions barely beat the Giants at home. But Detroit's a tough place to play. They get loud, and Jared Goff is a dome merchant. So I'm almost just picking this so that way when the pack if I win this, at least I win something. And yeah, I don't know. I'm still a little nervous about our offense. Jordan Love only had like 139 passing yards or something against the Vikings. We didn't need to do anything really to beat them. JJ McCarthy is just that ass. So, anyways, if this is a shootout, I think it favors Detroit, and I don't know how we're going to stop Jahmyr Gibbs. So yeah, I'm going to take Detroit -2.5.
Well, I'll tell you how we'd stop Jahmyr Gibbs, just like we stopped in week 1. I know Dan Campbell wasn't calling the plays back then, but Dan Campbell calling the plays the last 3-4 weeks hasn't really been awesome. But that, again, neither of those things are here nor there. One thing that I didn't even consider was I saw a dumbass tweet about this the other day, but I didn't consider this game being kind of looking at the different spot on the calendars and November 19th, 2025. Do you guys know the significance of this day?
No.
Anybody? Crickets? All right. Well, that is the first day of Toyotathon. Not only does Toyota hook you up with a wonderful vehicle, but Jordan Love fucks holes during Toyotathon. And Love's stats during this period, throwing out last week, because again, anomaly. I mean, we were destroying 9. Sorry. And the defense was just dominating. So Love didn't need to really do a whole lot. I think he's going to need to do a lot more next week. But his record is 11-5. If you count the record, 12-5 now. 3,700 yards of passing offense over the equivalency of a whole NFL season. 28 touchdowns to 2 picks. Give me the Packers to cover, possibly win outright. And I thought I believed in the Lions, but I don't. When Jameis comes to town, you're going to get the best version of Jameis at all times. But again, you just give me Toyotathon love. I absolutely love it around here. Let's go.
So Sean may have convinced me here. I was going to go with Detroit, just like Brogan. I was going to be a lemming.
Get the fuck out of here.
Dude, I'm not fucking... Dude, I think you convinced me. Because Toyotathon love is a real thing. First off, fuck you, Matt LaFleur. I know you're an avid listener. Please let Jordan Love throw the ball. Like, at all. Like, ever. Just let him throw the rock. I don't know why, as soon as you get a lead more than 3 points, you feel like that we only need to run the ball. And I understand Lloyd. Was it Marshawn Lloyd, right? That was I always fuck up on my Packers running backs when it's not fucking Josh Jacobs.
Emmanuel Wilson?
Emmanuel Wilson, thank you. I know Emmanuel Wilson had a fucking day, right? He had a great day. He had like 30. He had like 30 carries
with him in fantasy.
He had like 30 carries or some shit like that. Fucking let Jordan throw the ball 30 times a fucking game. Just once. I don't know how many times. Dude, it's so frustrating. It's so frustrating.
That Vikings team. Again, it's very situational because our defense doesn't necessarily allow us to get.
I don't give a fuck. I want to be like Detroit. I want to be like Detroit and beat the fuck out of teams. Not let teams hang around the entire game.
Detroit and not win nothing.
I want to be like Detroit and fucking beat the shit out of a team, man. I want to beat the shit out of teams. Not let teams stay around the fucking 7-point range where if something magically goes wrong, they can all of a sudden come back and win. That's the reason why we're fucking... Fuck you, Matt LaFleur. I fucking hate you. I hate your play calling. Fuck you. I'm going to go with Green Bay. But fuck you, Matt LaFleur. You're a fucking pussy. I hate your play calling. Everything about it. You're literally Mike Tomlin. He's literally Mike Tomlin. I hope everybody realizes this. He's literally just the fucking white version of Mike Tomlin in fucking Green Bay.
Mike Tomlin never had a losing season.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck. All right, and Mike Tomlin hasn't won a playoff game in fucking years. Okay, with the way fucking Matt LaFleur calls games, it's gonna be the same fucking way. Green Bay.
The exact kind of reaction I was hoping you to get out of 6 shots.
Dude, I fucking every week, man. I'm muting. Go.
Who gets more upset at Packer losses, you or your brother?
It's definitely
Has Vince mellowed out in his old age?
It's definitely more me. I'm definitely the one that gets more upset about Packers losses. Actually, every time I see a Packers loss, I don't blame it on the players. I literally blame it on the coaching staff. 99.99% of the time, right? Like for the past, like
it usually goes for any
for this year.
I mean, like football game usually goes. Yeah, that makes sense.
2021. I mean, like it was all Kevin King. Was it 2021 or is it 2020? I forget what year it was.
Brady one?
Yeah, the Tom Brady. Was that 2020?
Technically, it was 2021, but it was the 2020
Yeah.
season. Right?
Oh yeah. Fuck you, Kevin King. All right. There's only a handful of times where I will specifically blame a player. 99.99% of the time, I blame the coaching because Matt LaFleur is a fucking boob when it comes to play calling. He's not innovative. He's not the play caller that we thought he was.
Still go with the Packers. I love it. That's why you tune into this pod. It's for moments like that.
5-minute rant on that.
All right, let's move on to the next game on Thanksgiving. We got Kansas City. The Chiefs head into Dallas to take on the Cowboys. The Chiefs are road 3.5-point favorites heading into Jerry World. I'll keep this one pretty short. I'm going to take Dallas at home. Ever since they came off their bye, Dallas is 2-0. They've looked good. The Chiefs have I know they played good teams, so they kind of struggled. So yeah, I'm going to take the boys at home.
All right. My notes were more. I did this in the first half of the Chiefs Colts game when I was handicapping this game for mostly the look ahead line angle and everything. But yeah, the Chiefs, it wasn't pretty, but they got it done. Did they cover last week? No. But I think Patrick Mahomes is going to show out, especially on Turkey Day. I think that Dallas, that was their Super Bowl last week, right? Beating the Birds. Their fans are delusional enough to think that they're going to make the playoffs at 5-1. Unfortunately, my Dallas under 7.5 wins for the season probably isn't going to hit. It's a big time sad around here with that one, but that's all right. We'll be able to fade them in games like this. So give me the Chiefs.
I don't know how to feel about Dallas. They're off and on. The Chiefs are also off and on. It's this weird combination of two teams just being too dog shit for each other. I'm kind of hoping the Chiefs don't make the playoffs. That would just be fucking funny. In my humble opinion, I think that would be an absolute stain on Patrick Mahomes' career. And as much as I want to see him be better than Brady, I think it would be really fucking funny. So give me Dallas, purely out of spite for Patrick Mahomes.
All right.
About to be 2-0 against you chumps. Pretty much tied right now.
Well, so then let's go to the final game, see if Sean can make it 3-0. We got a big ol' AFC North matchup. The Bengals and Joe Burrow, I believe, heading to Baltimore to take on the Ravens. I'm gonna take Baltimore here. I don't know. I love Joe Burrow almost as much as Baker Mayfield, but not quite as much. I just think you have so many weeks off. There's going to be a little bit of rust. Obviously, the team's used to Joe Flacco. I don't know. I'm going to take Baltimore at home here. I know it's a lot of points, and it's a divisional matchup, but I like Baltimore.
Yeah, we're not going to get any separation here because I am also going to go Baltimore. I was really hoping that it was going to get to 7.5 at the time of the recording, but it's not. It's hanging steady at that 7, which, like Brogan said, I do think that there's going to be some rust with Burrow. T. Higgins probably not going to play, being he's in concussion protocol on a short week, so might as well rule him out. And I think Chase is going to eat, but yeah, I think Baltimore should win. It wouldn't surprise me if though Burrow pulls some magic out.
Yeah, so I agree with everything these guys are saying, but I'm gonna go with the Bengals purely because it's a divisional matchup. 7's a lot. Divisional. Joe Burrow, whenever he's back, he's a top, 7 quarterback in the league, and healthy. So I don't know. I know there's gonna be some rust. Oh, I don't think the Bengals are gonna win. They'll probably find a way to push. All right. But I don't know. I feel like seven's just a lot for the Ravens. Yeah. So give me the Bengals.
All right. Well, we made it through Thursday without having any squad rides. Let's see if we can make it through Friday. Our one Black Friday game is the the Bears head into Philadelphia to take on the Eagles. The Eagles coming off that fucking heartbreaker against the Cowboys last week, and the Bears coming off that thriller of beating the Steelers at home. The Eagles are favored by 7 at home, and yeah, give me the Birds. Sorry, was that too
all
quick?
right? No. You're good. I was just slightly caught off guard. Yeah. No, I don't care how bad offensively, because we all know Eagles, like AJ Brown tweeting, being a toddler and everything about, oh, wah, I don't get the ball, wah, blah blah blah. And finally, he gets the ball a couple times, and hey, lo and behold, it's a loss. So I'm sure the Eagle fans are going to be super hyped about that. Yeah, no, I don't care how good or how bad this offense is. The defense is fucking dominating. They're going to make, as Nick would say, Brian Caleb Williams super uncomfortable. What does that mean? Scrambling, ill-advised throws, possible turnovers, and if it leads to turnovers, give me the Birds to convert on those turnovers on a short field. Give me Eagles.
Yeah. So for this one, Broken Arrows already has me down for the Eagles, and I'm going to go with the Eagles, and I'm going to give you some reasoning. The Bears haven't beat a team over 500 besides the Commanders this year. And with their starting quarterback in, I understand they just beat the Steelers, okay, with fucking Mason Rudolph at the helm. Holy shit. I saw a Big Cat make a tweet saying, the Bears are 1-0 against Aaron Rodgers, which I thought was kind of funny. Because he still lives rent-free inside their head. As their owner, which I guess he should. Which I guess he should if he owns the team. Yeah, there's no fucking way. Sorry, my cat feeder's going off. There's no fucking way crying Caleb Williams is going to be able to keep up with this Eagles team. The Bears defense is looking actually very solid. Very, very solid. I actually screenshotted something today. Talking about Montez Sweat being better than Micah Parsons from Bears fans. I think I sent it to you guys, didn't I? Can't remember if I did.
I just kind
of okay.
Unfortunately.
Unfortunately, yeah. No, Bears fans are deluded. I'm gonna cut it short. There's no way. They haven't beat a team over 500 since the Commanders in week fucking 4 or some shit like that. With their starting quarterback playing, I don't see a world where Chicago's going to be able to keep up with Philly's defense. Philly's offense may fucking flounder here and there, but I mean, shit, dude, they have too many weapons, too many places. If the Eagles don't cover the spread, I would be highly surprised. Give me the Eagles.
Do we know who the Eagles play, or not the Eagles? Do we know who the Bears play next week or no?
I think it's the Packers.
It'd be at Lambeau. So
yeah,
Bears Packers next week, and that's gonna be in the back of their minds.
Yeah, because it goes Eagles, Packers, and I forget who they play after that, and then they go back to the Packers. So they I don't know why they did that. That was the dumbest fucking scheduling I've ever seen in my life.
Multiple divisional games. It's like that's how it was with the Giants, where they played. It was Giants Eagles, and then a break, and then Giants Eagles, and they did this for multiple divisional games. And I don't like that at all.
I like how
Again,
you know
the
it's
Giants
with the
are the
Giants.
only team that I can base it on.
I was about to say,
Again,
I like how you know
am
it's
essentially a
the
fan.
Giants.
Cam Scadaboo jersey incoming. Don't worry about it.
Wait, you bought a Scadaboo jersey?
Maybe.
That's gonna be a fun ride for like 3 years.
It's going to be a great time. You ever heard of Peyton Hillis? You know how fun that's to break out at parties?
Dude, I know Madden 2007 like the back of my hand.
Wasn't 7, buddy.
Fuck, was it 8?
Like,
No.
No.
I know 7 with Sean Alexander on the cover. Peyton Hillis was
Was he 09?
2011.
No. He was in the 10s yet.
09 is what came to my head. He is 12. Jesus.
Really?
Yeah, see? That's what I
That's
said. I
12.
thought it was in the 2010s.
Fuck. Okay, never mind.
dude.
You know what? That wasn't
feel
even
the
the alcohol
response
talking.
there,
That was just me being outside my ball knowledge. All right.
All right, well, let's check your ball knowledge on this AFC Mal. Oh, jeez. Huge.
That was a really good
AFC
transition.
Huge AFC South matchup as I stumble on the words coming out of my mouth.
You just hit a meow.
Meow?
Panthers are
Texans,
coming up for a while, buddy.
Texans heading to Indianapolis, take on the Colts. Colts stumbled in overtime, and the Texans beat the Bills last week. Colts are favored by 4.5 at home, and I'm gonna back the Colts here. I'm a little nervous about it, not gonna lie, but the Colts were in charge of that KC game and kind of just let it get out of their hands. I know Houston has a good defense, but the Colts are 6-0 at home this year. They've been wagons at home, so I'll take the Colts minus 4.5.
Yeah, I loved this line at like -3, -3.5 for the Colts. 4.5, it's getting a little steep for me, but I don't care. JT got bottled up last week, having just minimal offensive output, and I don't think that gets to 2 weeks in a row. Give me the Colts.
Yeah, this is just another one of those games. I never was that impressed with CJ Stroud. I know the Colts are kind of floundering. They looked like world beaters for like a while, and like like holy shit, what the fuck? I don't know. I'm gonna go with the Colts here. We're gonna do a squad ride here. I don't believe in Stroud. I just don't believe in Stroud. I never have. Everybody here knows I've been a longtime hater of Stroud. And if he has to get into a shootout, Stroud's going to shit down his fucking pants. All right? Stroud is just, he's bitch made. Absolutely bitch made. Him and Caleb Williams need to share a fucking Cosmopolitan together in some fucking, I don't know.
What are you insinuating?
Yeah, what are you insinuating?
I'm insinuating nothing. I think they just need to share Cosmopolitan together in some speakeasy, some dark lit room where nobody can really see their faces because they're famous, and then I'd just have a good night, a night on the town. So yeah, give me the Colts. I don't believe in the Texans. I don't believe in not the Texans. I don't believe in CJ Stroud.
All right. Well, from one AFC South matchup to the next, the Jaguars jag it off after that overtime win, heading to Tennessee to take on the Titans. This line is at 6.5. It opened at 7, and I'm glad that hook is gone. Well, not the hook, but I'm glad that it's down to 6.5 and not 7. The push is gone, is what I was trying to
6-7
there. Thank you. I'm gonna take the Jags, and just a fair warning to everybody out there. I think I brought this up during my recap of my locks. Whenever I take the Jags, it seems like the Jags underperform. So fade me. I'm gonna take the Jags.
Did you flip here? Did I read Tennessee on there at one point?
I did. I literally flipped 30 seconds ago. Yep.
What made you flip?
The brandy. I don't know.
The brandy's speaking
Fair
to
enough.
him. It's speaking
Solid
to him, Sean.
reasoning. Yeah. I mean, when the brandy's giving you that kind of shit, I mean,
Whispering in his ear.
yeah, Yeah,
is.
it makes sense. So I watched, or I tuned in at least a little bit to this Tennessee. God, who did they play last week? Oh, Seahawks. Where I figured I had that shit for the cover in the bag because they were up. What the fuck was it? They were up like 30 to 10 at one point. I'm like, there's no fucking way this shit loses. But lo and behold, Tennessee tooth and nail, clawed all the way back. Like, how? What happened? Did not Malik Willis? Who's the fucking Cam Ward? Did Cam Ward go bananas? No, they had another fucking special teams touchdown that just elevated everything else. So if they limit the special team touchdowns, limit the big plays, the Jags are going to take care of business as long as Trevor Lawrence doesn't just turn the ball over in the most dumb shit fashion. Jags are going to be fine here. Give me the Jags.
Yeah, I'm gonna zag. The Titans
Hell.
have been kind of close in a lot of games. Closer than what they should. I don't know. I'm gonna go back-to-back weeks on zagging. It's a divisional game. The fucking, I don't know, dude. The Jags, they piss me off.
I'll
They
back 'em.
pi-
We don't need to.
they piss me off. I was a
There's plenty of
Jags
hot tub.
believer. Talked to my brother before the season. I was jagging off left and right. I was jagging off in the streets of San Francisco. All right, it was fucking bad. I thought BTJ was gonna have
this win,
was gonna have a
they beat
fucking
their own-
career year, Sean. And BTJ has only let me
He's
down.
getting soft bench. Trust me, I got him on my fantasy team, dude. It's not great. But if they win today, they get their season over of 7.5, which I thought was 8.5. But I forgot I altered that number up to 9 wins for the Jags this year because that's how strongly I believe in them. Go Jags.
Yeah, give me the Titans. I feel like it's a divisional game. They're going to find a way to cover it. The Titans, hold up. So they've covered. Okay, they had a bye.
Not many.
How many times have they covered? Fuck. Actually, for the past, what, 2? Okay,
Because their lines have been
2 weeks.
stupid.
Well, what? The 1 week they had a line.
It was 2 scores almost.
Okay.
What do you mean? 13.5 points is
Yeah,
massive.
against the fucking Colts, all right? But then the week before,
Put that in a teaser leg. It's insane.
So then, okay, so they didn't. So they covered in week 11. Okay, right. So they covered in week 12. They covered in week 11. They had a bye in week 10, and then in week 9. That's the last time they didn't cover, and it was 8.5 against the Chargers. And I'm pretty sure the Chargers just had a fucking field day on them. Okay.
It was 27-20, and again, it was a special teams thing. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just gonna go with the Titans. I know. I don't know. I just feel it in my balls. Okay, just let me have it. Just let me have my testicles, man.
Oh, no, I'm not. I'm not trying to talk you out of it by all means. No, go off. But
All right, let's move on to the meow game that I was trying to speak to earlier. The Rams heading into Carolina, Charlotte specifically, take on the Carolina Panthers. This line is 10.5 for the Rams. Yes, they're the road team. Yes, they're favored by double digits. And I mean, I'm gonna take the Rams. Everything screams take the Panthers because it's a road team. West Coast heading to East Coast. 10.5. It has the hook. Thing is, outside of the Rams playing the Seahawks a couple weeks ago, they've covered 10.5 4 out of their last 5 games. And the Panthers just look abysmal in offense, like Nick brought up earlier. So, yeah, I think the Rams are a wagon, and until proven otherwise, I will continue to back them.
yeah, so I had
Oh.
Rams. Yeah, I was kind of handicapping this game a little bit when it was at Rams -10. Don't love that it's 10.5, but again, if you take the 11 points, and the Rams have proven that the cross country trip has just been ineffective, and that just doesn't really worry. That doesn't enough. They don't care. But the Panthers and the Niners game, it was, what was it, 9-20? That's 11. So that would be a cover there. Granted, Niners at home, Rams got to travel, or not Rams. Jesus Christ. Let me try and formulate a sentence here and a coherent thought or two. But Panthers had to travel across the country to play the Niners. They got beat by 11. The Rams are going across the country to play the Panthers, and I think they're going to beat them by way more than 11. Give me the Rams before I have to really dive too deep into ethics and logic and everything here, and really just start slurring.
Panthers offense sucked last week. They pissed me off. I'm going Rams. We're going to keep it short, sweet, simple. The Rams are looking great. Matthew Stafford looks like he's going to be up there for MV Pizzle. His first ever MV Pizzle. I'm seeing people talk about Hall of Fame mentions for Matthew Stafford. I highly disagree. I do not think somebody with one MVP, not even one MVP and one Super Bowl, maybe one MVP and one Super Bowl makes a Hall of Fame. No. No.
I
mean, no way. No way.
What the fuck do you mean?
Wait, okay. Give me an argument for Matthew Stafford to make the Hall of Fame.
Come back.
He played for the Lions for 11 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
And?
Before Dan Campbell?
Am I supposed to be... Okay.
They trade him, and he wins a Super Bowl in 2 years. To a team that wasn't necessarily competing. Were they a quarterback away? Yeah. And that quarterback came, and look what happened.
Okay, so that's supposed to get him to the Hall of Fame? All because he does well with a different team? Give Daniel Jones in the Hall of Fame if he wins the Super Bowl this year then. If Daniel Jones wins the Super Bowl this year, then I guess Daniel Jones deserves to be in the Hall of Fame.
You have...
Or Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold, Hall of Fame this year if he wins the Super Bowl. No. Stafford's a fucking... He's in the Lions' history, absolute stat patter. All right, with the Rams, he's doing better. All right.
Because that Lions team was fucking dog shit. They don't have defenses.
It does.
Time out. He is already top 10 for passing yards in the league. And he's probably going to be, I think, like close to top 5. Maybe not in the top 5 because those 5 are pretty high. But like he's going to be like 6th probably like at the end of like soon. So I guess what I'm trying to say is like if you are top 10 in a stat for a league that's been around for well over 50 years, almost 60 years, if you're top 10 in a career stat like that, how are you not a Hall of Famer?
Another question. How many first team All Pros does he have?
Don't answer a question.
How many first team All Pros does he have?
Right.
I'll answer that question for you. 0. So he's never been the first, second, or even third best quarterback in the league. This is going to be the 1 year.
My question before you answer your own question.
Okay, what's your question again?
If you are top 10 in a career stat,
no, the league changes. League changes. Fucking Kirk Cousins is fucking top 17 for touchdown passes. You're supposed to expect me to
be in the Hall of Fame?
Are you supposed to expect me to fucking like start shilling out for Kirk Cousins? No. The league changes. The league has become a more and more passing league. Quarterbacks have become more and more important over the years.
Shifted to that since like the mid 2010s.
Okay.
Right.
And Stafford has been
down
like,
the last few years, like compared to mid 2010s too. So.
Okay, so Russell Wilson gets in the Hall of Fame now too?
I mean, I think Russ is a Hall of Famer if he doesn't do all of his shit that he's done in Denver and New York. I think that leaves a really bad taste in his legacy.
A little bit.
Okay.
I mean, yeah.
Okay. So you're telling me that what Russ is doing now tarnishes the legacy, but the beginning of Stafford's career, I think that y'all have just a sweet taste in your mouth from Stafford. You guys forget how fucking terrible Stafford and the Lions were. A quarterback's supposed to elevate a team.
He was the number 1 draft pick.
A quarterback's supposed to elevate a fucking team.
He wasn't inheriting a good team to start. Obviously, you have a few exceptions. You have like Peyton. You have like a Peyton Manning who goes 2-18, but the pieces are there, and then they develop, and then they get even better as he develops.
Who is Matthew Stafford thrown to?
He had a Hall of Fame receiver in his
Calvin
prime
Johnson, exactly.
retire because he hated the city. He hated the team.
Is that supposed to be a point for Matthew Stafford? I don't see how that's a point for Matthew Stafford. I don't see how that's a point. There's no way Matthew Stafford makes a Hall of Fame. He's been his entire. He's supposed to be a quarterback. Supposed to be somebody who elevates a team to be something better than what they are. All right, the quarterback is the most important position on the team, and Matthew Stafford with the Lions was fucking abysmal. Okay. How many second team all pros does Matthew Stafford have? How many second team all pros does Matthew Stafford have? How many?
So we're
talking about probably zero, because it is zero. No. He has no first team, no second team, no MVPs. Are we supposed to give Jared Goff fucking into the Hall of Fame too? Because he has a Super Bowl? No! Just because people win a fucking Super Bowl doesn't mean that they all of a sudden make the Hall of Fame. The Hall of Fame is supposed to be something that's elevated. The Hall of Fame is supposed to be something above and beyond. Somebody who changes the game. Matthew Stafford didn't change the game. He just played the game. And he played the game with historically some of the best wide receivers in the fucking game. He played the game with Calvin Johnson. He played the game with Cooper Kupp. He's now playing the game with fucking Puka Nacua. Alright, all of those guys have elevated Matthew Stafford. Matthew Stafford didn't elevate them. No. They elevated Matthew Stafford.
I didn't know you had this much hate for
I don't have hate for Matthew Stafford. I just don't believe if somebody tells me he belongs in the Hall of Fame, it actually pisses me off. Because then it opens up the conversation for Jared Goff to make the Hall of Fame? Are you kidding me? You think Jared Goff should make the Hall of Fame? You think if fucking Daniel Jones wins the MVP or wins a fucking Super Bowl this year, you think Daniel Jones should win the MVP this year because he's on a dog shit Giants team? And now all of a sudden he goes to a good team and he wins the fucking Super Bowl?
Bad quarterbacks win Super Bowl MVPs before.
Yeah, look at Tom Brady.
Quarterbacks get carried by their defense. The defense for the Rams was good, but guess what? That offense was fucking amazing, carried by, largely, Matt Stafford.
That offense that year, was that the Triple Crown winner for Cooper Kupp that year?
Who's throwing him the ball?
You're telling me the greatest wide receiver season of all time. You're telling me the greatest wide receiver season of all time by Cooper Kupp, which it's not even really a debate. He had the greatest wide receiver of all season.
JSN this year.
I hope so. Because then your Matthew Stafford arguments go out the fucking window. Because now Sam Darnold has the greatest fucking wide receiver of all time.
If Stafford wins 2 Super Bowls,
If Matthew Stafford wins another Super Bowl, then I'll shut the fuck up. Then Matthew Stafford can make the Hall of Fame.
He's played in the league for 16 years. He's been consistently very good in the league.
He's been consistently okay until he got to the Rams.
Top 6 in passing yards for quarterbacks in their career.
And how many times was he ever? And how many times was he ever the best quarterback in the league? 0. How many times was he ever top 3 best quarterbacks in the league? 0. How many times was he ever the top 5 best quarterbacks in the league? 0.
You're placing this all in the all-pro votings.
I'm placing, all pros mean a lot.
Okay.
MVPs mean a lot. There's 700 plus players in the league. One person wins MVP. Now, granted, is it a quarterback award?
Detroit Lions team. But he had multiple opportunities to leave. He stayed. He stayed even after Calvin Johnson stayed. He stayed for fucking 5-6 years after he stayed. And he competed consistently in the playoffs. They lost to Dallas. They lost to another team. Yes, the Detroit Lions made the playoffs. Multiple bad Detroit Lions teams were carried to the playoffs because division winners get automatic bids. You know who is winning the division a lot? The Packers with Aaron Rodgers. Do I think he's better than Aaron Rodgers? No. do I think he's a close second in that division when it's a Vikings quarterback not named Brett Favre and a Bears quarterback? Absolutely.
Okay, yeah, that's not fair. Like the NFC North has a historic fucking awful quarterbacks.
That's not fair. Your entire argument against him's not fair.
My entire argument against him is he's never been top 5 quarterbacks in the fucking league. He's never been top 5.
You're basing that all on all-pro voters.
Yes,
literally,
I am. And the all-pro voters, do you know what game they watch? They watch football. Okay? They watch football. They watch football. Okay? And they watch game in and game out. They watch what every fucking person does. And I can guarantee you, Matthew Stafford has less all-pro votes than he does have fucking seasons played in the league. That's pathetic. All right? Matthew Stafford, hearing him getting to the Hall of Fame is absolutely pathetic in my eyes. If he makes the Hall of Fame, dude, I'm going to be fucking sad. He's not deserving. As of right now, he's not deserving. As of fucking November of 2025, November 25th, 2025, Matthew Stafford is not deserving of getting the Hall of Fame. I don't think he should even have any votes. All right, he shouldn't even be considered for the Hall. He shouldn't even get a fucking vote for the Hall of Fame.
Dude, all those quarterbacks, Matty Ice, Phillip Rivers, all those guys, Matt Stafford, Eli Manning, all of them are going to make it to the Hall of Fame.
There's no way any of those guys make it to the Hall of Fame.
You're fucking delusional. Matt Ryan has an MVP.
Sure.
Matt Ryan has 1 MVP. Congrats.
All right,
just because there's a fucking opening at quarterback doesn't mean that they have to fucking let these people in.
Because that matters a lot.
It does.
All that matters is if your name is Aaron Rodgers, apparently, to Nick. Let's move on.
No, what matters is fucking winning. Matthew Stafford doesn't win.
Okay, there's 10 other people on the football field and 11 on your defense as well, and another
Football's
11
the biggest team game of all time, man.
Okay, great. How many times has he been top 5 quarterback in the league? 0. He's never been a top 5 quarterback.
Aaron Rodgers have?
He has 1, but Aaron Rodgers has 4 MVPs. He has 4 MVPs. Aaron Rodgers, I think, how many All-Pros does Aaron Rodgers have? How many All-Pros does Aaron Rodgers have? How many?
Okay, I don't know, but how do you have that?
More than Matthew Stafford.
If it's all about winning, it's all about winning. How are you that good at quarterback?
Win.
You can't win a Super Bowl.
It's not. No, it's not all about winning. Okay, let me retract that. Okay, so how many All Pros? 0. How many MVPs? 0. He has 1 Super Bowl. 1. With the greatest, what's one of the greatest offensive minds in football. Congrats.
All right.
Congrats.
We gotta move on.
Actually, not congrats.
49ers are playing the Browns. The Niners are 4.5-point road favorites. I'm going to take the Niners because I feel like the sophomore slump, even though it's his rookie season, it's a second game slump is going to happen for Shedeur. Give me the Niners. The Raiders are fucking terrible. What Shedeur did against the Raiders doesn't count. It's basically a college team. And, yeah, I'll take the Niners. -4.5.
Yeah, no, the Niners are going to make it into the playoffs as a 7th seed, and they're going to get just absolutely decimated by whoever they're going to be playing against. But they do make the playoffs on beating bad teams, which the Browns are a bad team. If Myles Garrett and that defensive line and defensive front gets to them, it could make it interesting, but again, I don't think that's going to happen. I hate to see it because I do like any Sanders, but give me the Niners here.
Niners for me as well. I know Purdy fucking played like dog shit last week. I don't think he's going to play like dog shit again this week. It just ain't happening. I mean, 4.5. The Niners have fucking Christian McCaffrey.
All right. Squad ride on the Niners. Next game, a big one that I'm sure a ton of people are going to tune into. The Saints heading down to Miami to take on the Dolphins. Dolphins are 6-point home favorites. I'm going to take the Fins. I think Miami has looked a little bit better the last few weeks. I don't know. I mean, this game fucking stinks. So, Miami just had their bye. Maybe they figured things out. Give me Miami -6, just because I don't know.
Yeah, I mean the Jets aren't good, and their defensive front isn't good enough to cause any kind of pressure and make that statue back there. That is Kirk Cousins. Granted, he did
Other
scramble,
game,
and it was painful to
other
watch.
game,
Are we
other
talking
game.
about the fucking Jets?
No, Saints and Dolphins.
Oh shit! Oh yeah, no, we're looking.
I took the
Well,
Dolphins -6 at home.
yeah, no, now I see that one. Whoopsies. Yeah. Give me the Dolphins. The shorter here. I mean, just a big letdown spot from after hate week with that Saints team. So I don't know if Kirk Cousins can make it look bad. I think Tua will be able to expose some things. Maybe we'll see. But
Yeah, we're another squad ride. We're gonna go with the Dolphins. I don't know.
not a pod if I'm not fucking it up.
Yeah, it's I don't know. The Saints don't really impress me, and they're out Kamara this week. Neil is starting for them. Sorry, my
Tragic.
cat's making a lot of noise back there. Yeah, I don't know. They're missing one of your star players, and there's no other studs really on offense besides Olave, and he has a quarter of a brain and a whole lot of CTE. So I don't know. Just give me the Dolphins. I feel more comfortable taking them. And I know at the beginning of the season we were shitting on them a lot because they were fucking playing like dog shit, baked in the Miami Sun. Now they're starting to look semi-respectable, but they're still dog shit, but less dog shit than the Saints.
Well, it's
All
nice that you
right.
think Olave has a quarter or half a brain.
How many concussions does Olave have? Like genuinely, like since college,
Fuckload. It's like Brandon Cooks territory.
dude. Dog. He needs to just retire after a contract, after this contract, and just call football. Just call it quits. Like you need to take your health. You need to prioritize your health at some point because like being brain dead at the age of 50 is probably not too fun. I don't know.
All right. Well, talking about brain dead, you might be brain dead if you're pumped up for this next game. We got the Falcons heading to New York to take on the Jets. Sean's all pumped about this one as he was already trying to jump to it. The Falcons are road 2.5 point favorites, and I'm gonna take Captain Kirk Cousins, and the Falcons -2.5 on the road. I do not like New York at all. I don't know if anybody does, but um, yeah, I'll take the Falcons.
Yeah, I'd agree. Like I said earlier, the lack of reading strikes again. I got a little excited because I was can't believe it. I'm backing my boy Kurt 2 weeks in a row, and I did watch him scamper or attempt to scamper, and it looked painful to me. But if the Jets defense isn't going to get any kind of pressure, he's just going to be able to pick them apart. And they should have dominated Hate Week, but the story that I thought was I was going to have to be explaining in this week was he threw it to Kyle Pitts. Was it necessarily the most catchable ball? No. Should Pitts have came down with it? Yeah, but he did one of those kind of Aaron Rodgers esque throws where hits the quarter or hits the receiver right in the hands, and then it just can't handle it for whatever reason. It goes right into the unsuspecting arms of a DB, and then they just fucking house it. So the hate week should have just been like the biggest story would have been just the Saints' lack of offense. But I digress. Give me Atlanta.
Yeah, another squad ride. I'll be backing the future Hall of Famer, according to Sean and Brogan, and Kirk Cousins. So give me Atlanta.
I mean, you just love putting words in our mouth.
Yeah, Kirko ain't a Hall of Famer, but
Right. Um, but yeah, I guess if the only way to win the argument is to keep putting words in other people's mouth, probably means you lost the argument. Moving on, the Cardinals heading to Tampa Bay to take on the Buccaneers, and a banged up Buccaneers team. The Bucks are 3 point favorites at home. This game was honestly pretty tough for me. I had Arizona put down right away. I flipped to Tampa Bay. I'm going to stick with Tampa Bay because I think Tampa Bay is overall a pretty good team. I am nervous that they've played some tough competition lately and gotten their asses handed to them. Um, so I think this will be a real test on how good they are. Obviously, Baker's banged up. Is Bucky White? Jesus Christ, Bucky Irving ever going to come back and play football again?
I don't know what his injury status is. That's a great question. Like, yeah,
But yeah, I guess
gearing
I'm
up
going
for
to
the
take Tampa
playoffs.
Bay -3 at home. If it was 3.5, I'd probably take the Cardinals. But yeah, at 3, I'm going to take the Bucks at home.
I am curious at what point does this Cardinals team or what time does at what point does the bottom just drop out? You know what I mean? Like last week they did everything they could have to win this game. They were not dominated, but they were in control of that Jags game the entire time. And I still wasn't necessarily concerned as a Jags backer. Like if the defense is causing and forcing turnovers and you're scoring immediately as a result and you still can't get it done, got to be something on your offense, which I don't think we touched last week, or it would have been 2 weeks ago now, that Jacoby Brissett set a completion attempts record or something like that, where he threw for just a fuckload of yards in garbage time for that Cardinals game. Does anybody know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
Yeah.
for like
Just
447 or
like
something, didn't he?
yeah, yeah, that and like the completion attempts was just absolutely nuts.
Maybe it was like 47 completions is what I was thinking. But yeah,
What was it against the Seahawks, right?
I I can't remember the exact team, but I do remember
No, that
seeing that
ain't it.
crazy stat line.
Oh yeah, it was fuck. Oh no, it was the Niners. Yeah, he threw 47 for 57 for 452, 2 touchdowns and 2 picks. I cannot believe we did not highlight that. Really, really lacking there. But yeah, that's on me. Should have probably highlighted that one a couple weeks ago, but it is what it is. Um, no, that Cardinals like Jacoby Brissett's fine. Kyler gives him a slightly better chance to win, I think, but he's doing God knows what. I mean, Black Ops 7 just dropped recently, so we know his attention's not on football.
Is he gonna go
Give me
back to
the
baseball?
that'd be cool. Give me the Bucks, but that'd be neat.
That'd be kind
I
of
don't think
cool
it's
to
gonna
like see
happen.
him go from like football back to baseball.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I don't know. I don't believe in the Cardinals. The Cardinals are just a weird spot forever now. At this point, it feels like. Um, and as much as I would love to see, what did Brogan say? Rashid Irving, come back and actually do something. I don't think it's happening this week. So I don't know. The Bucks are in a solid spot. They kind of have a weird. I was looking at point differentials because I was hating on the Bears, obviously, and the
That's right.
Buccaneers actually have a negative 25 point differential, which is like kind of disgusting for
Well, they
for
got
we're
they got blown out by the Bills and the Patriots.
yeah, but even then, dude, that's not good.
Well, yeah. So the thing with the Bucks is they had an easy
They
schedule to
were winning
start,
games by like one
and
possession.
they had to play fucking Philadelphia, Seattle, the Niners, Detroit, the Saints bye week. Then after their bye, they've had New England, Buffalo, Los Angeles. Like they've just
I
had a
love that you
fucking
had this shit
gauntlet.
all queued up.
Oh, so this is my thing is
You
like
were
the
you were
Buccaneers are
begging
a
somebody to ask.
yeah, because the Buccaneers are a good team in quotation marks, but they've
Right.
just
I
played a
think they
lot of
are.
other good teams. So I don't think your
Oh, I think
criticism
they're
of
gonna
their
win
point
they're
differential
gonna
is
win the
valid.
South pretty convincing.
Right. I mean, the Bears, sure, go after them for their fucking negative point
I would
differential.
never.
But yeah, I mean, also the Buccaneers are 6-5, so they're only one game over 500. Like them having a negative point differential isn't as wild as The Bears being what, like 7-3 or whatever, 8-3.
8-3.
The fuck
Yeah.
are the Bears? I don't even.
8-3.
Right. So if you're eight
Too
and three
goddamn
and have a
high.
negative point differential, that is crazy. If you're only one game over 500, have a negative point differential, like,
No, I get it.
I'll get off my soapbox.
No. I mean, that's a soapbox that needs to be like talked about a little bit. Because it's such a weird spot for them.
Yeah, they've had a gauntlet. They're banged up. They're a good team, but they're not a great team. And I guess we'll see. That's why I'm excited to see this week because like they're finally getting kind of an easier opponent than they've had. So if they come out and stop at home, then yeah, the Bucks are gonna be a tough team. If they somehow lose the Cardinals at home, then maybe they're a fluke. Anyways, moving on to big matchup out west. The Vikings, with or without 9, are going to take on the Seahawks. The Seahawks are home 10.5-point favorites. I'm going to take the Vikings in this one. 10.5 is a lot of points. And if JJ McCarthy plays, I might take the Seahawks. But I think they're going to keep him out this week, and they're going to start Max Brosmer. Now, who's Max Brosmer, you might be asking yourself? Well, he was actually the college quarterback at Minnesota, and I think he went undrafted and got picked up by the Vikings. Anyways, he was a 6-year senior because of like COVID rules and like medical red shirts and shit. So anyways, he played 6 years of college ball, I believe. So more than JJ McCarthy. Obviously didn't have like the winning record that JJ McCarthy has, but Max Brosmer is older and has played more football. So, long story short, I like the Vikings this week. Plus 10.5.
All right. When I was handicapping this game, it was at 9.5. So my couple notes here was a little Darnold revenge spot here with the question mark, but realistically, I mean, I think Darnold has moved on from this, and I think he's pretty at peace. I think that it's going to be more like the Vikings are hung up on we should be starting this guy instead of fucking 9 or whoever the fuck this dude is from Minnesota. I don't know. I'm happy for Darnold. I'm glad to see that he's actually like found success in Seattle. And yeah, Flores is going to blitz him, but I don't think that's going to matter because he's going to chuck it deep, and guess who's going to come down with it? JSN for some big plays. Seahawks got an easy spot here. Give me the Seahawks.
Yeah, I'm gonna back Sean here. I'm gonna take the future Hall of Famer according to Brogan and Sean and Sam Darnold here. I just don't believe a backup quarterback can come in and be able to produce.
So you think any starter in the league that just wins games is going to be a future Hall of Famer?
Yeah, by your logic, yeah. So I'll go with Sam Darnold here,
no.
And
Okay.
I don't know. It's like the Seahawks offense is solid, and the Seahawks at home are super fucking solid. Whenever the Seahawks are at home, they have, I think their rate of covering is like fucking ridiculous at this point. Their rate of winning since last year is ridiculous, and I think they cover more often than not while at home. So I'll take the Seahawks here. I know that's a large point differential. If a fucking backup quarterback can come in and do better than JJ McCarthy, that'd be sad. That'd be sad. I feel for JJ. He's in the division, so fuck JJ McCarthy. But he's also doing very poorly, so like I'm not gonna rag on him too much. Like I like ragging on crying Caleb Williams because you know what, crying Caleb Williams is doing well, so I'm gonna rag on him. Even though they haven't beat a team over 500 with their starting quarterback in. Yeah, I kind of feel bad. But I don't know. The Seahawks are just going to find a way to cover. And JSN putting up historical numbers. Sam Darnold's literally Matthew Stafford, but probably better at this point. And he's going to make the Hall of Fame. So give me the Seahawks.
Yeah, you're milking this whole Matt Stafford Hall of Fame.
Don't fall for it.
I just don't believe it. I just don't believe it.
I'm not.
What he wants.
I'm not falling. I'm just telling you, like, I'm
I'm
even
not
a
milking
listener.
it. I'm just
annoyed.
using your guys' logic. Like a guy who goes from
No.
a dog shit team to a good team and
Yeah.
produces.
See, you don't even listen to the logic. My logic was Matt Stafford is one of 10 quarterbacks in the NFL history to throw for 60,000 yards.
Yeah,
If Sam
Is Sam
Darnold hangs
Darnold
on for
one of-
15 more years
Yeah, yeah,
and does the same
Sam
shit that
Darnold's
he's
gonna
doing this
keep-
year,
yeah,
then maybe.
yeah. Sam
But he's going to do
Darnold.
it for 15 years injury-free in the NFL.
Sam Darnold's gonna
If he
do it
doesn't,
for
awesome.
15 years, never make it All Pro, maybe win one Super Bowl, end up top 10 all time in touchdowns and yards, and then he's gonna make the Hall of Fame. You know,
That's a big
don't-
ask. That's a big
No,
ask.
not really.
I do value longevity. If he's able to do that,
Right.
awesome. But
so you value Kirk Cousins,
All
Sean?
right. Moving on,
Value
the
longevity.
Chargers
Matt Stafford,
are hosting
Matty
the
Ice.
Raiders. The Chargers are 10-point home favorites. The Raiders fucking suck. They fired Chip Kelly. Who's going to lead the offense? I think it was their quarterbacks coach who was leading the offense before Chip Kelly or something. I don't know. I don't know the fucking story. The Raiders suck. I'll take the Chargers -10.
Chip Kelly sucks. Racist piece of shit.
Can you say the same thing about Gruden, Sean?
No. 'Cause
Oh,
Gruden
why?
just hates
Gruden has
football and
emails.
loves football. Yeah. Do we know all of Gruden's emails? Could he say, just joshing on that last one?
Oh, could you
Anyhow.
say the same thing about the Epstein files, Sean? Like, you know, he's on here once.
Do we know? Well, no, because they haven't been fully released. Because they refuse. But it's a divisional game, so like obviously that's 10 points when I see a divisional game. But this Raiders team is just that bad. Like Ashton Jeanty got hurt last week near the end, and he was taking a fucking beating that entire game. I know that Browns defense is relentless, but goddamn, do you just feel bad for a guy? And that O-line's not good. The Chargers D-line's all right. You could, I realistically think you could alt this to like, if you like the line or the number, 13.5, maybe 16.5, depending on what you like for the hook there. Give me the Chargers.
Yeah, I'm not gonna, talk about too much. Chargers. Geno Smith just looks like fucking dog shit. That's it. Give me the Chargers. I want to keep the short, sweet, and simple. There's nothing to talk about this game.
He's probably a Hall of Fame quarterback if he can stay in the league long enough.
If you talk by
According to
our
your
logic.
guys' logic, yeah.
Right.
Oh,
You
yeah,
didn't even
yeah.
hear our logic. All right. Anyways, a big game in the afternoon. I'm excited for this game. The Bills head into Pittsburgh to take on the Steelers. Aaron Rodgers should be back and playing this
Aren't the
one.
Bills already in Pittsburgh? Oh, fuck. Oh, I'm so stupid. Sorry.
Bills are in Buffalo, buddy.
I'm fucking stupid. Sorry. My apologies.
Yeah, I mean, we've heard that for the last 30 minutes. Anyways, Buffalo is favored
know.
by 3.5 points heading to Pittsburgh. And I'm torn. I don't want to take the Bills, but I think the Bills need to bounce back. And I don't know how good Rodgers is going to be with the broken wrists. So I'm going to take the Bills, but I don't love it.
I don't love going against Tomlin as a dog. I had it in my notes that I was gonna take Pittsburgh. I was gonna play the Mike Tomlin system play, but fucking he's 0-2 for me this season when I backed him like that. So just give me the Bills. I'm not losing a point to Brogan.
I don't know if Rodgers is starting or not. Even if he is, I don't know. This is like a team. This is like a game of like, what ifs. Like it's such a weird game.
And Renegade in the fourth quarter is gonna be fucking bumping. But that's about the only guarantee.
This game's like so weird to me, like through and through. Like both teams are kind of like, they're good, but and I don't know. Neither team really stands out either way. 3.5 points. Are the Steelers favored, or is the Bills favored here?
Bills are favored.
Yeah, I'm gonna trust Josh Allen here. We're gonna do a squad ride here. I don't know. I don't know if Rodgers is starting
What is
or not.
that? 5 in a row?
No,
Is it?
we have like 9 squad rides this week.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
That's wild.
Yeah. Well, maybe that's too. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, 9 squad rides so far.
Jeepers.
Are they all in a row too? No,
No.
no, no, no. Okay. Wild. Disgusting.
Or no, I
Oh, we
can't
may have
count right now.
separation by the end of the week.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh, you're deleting my picks. What are you doing?
I don't know. Yeah. All right, let's move on to the Sunday
You-
night game. Unless what's up, Sean?
No, just everybody saw that
All
you
right.
were trying to delete my San Fran pick, and I don't like it. I don't appreciate it.
No, it's back. It's back. Moving on to Sunday night. Probably have a squad right
Back
here
in
too.
third.
Both teams coming off their buys. The Broncos heading to Washington to take on the Commies. Currently, this is a 6.5 point line for the Broncos favored
Love
on
it.
the road. Yeah, I mean, I'll take the Broncos.
Yeah, no, Broncos are bad. So I did look. Excuse me. Jaden Daniels is, what do they list him as? Is starting to practice, but still considered a long shot to return. So I'm not viewing that as he's coming back. This Broncos defense is going to show up and make it just really uncomfortable for Marcus Mariota. Give me the Broncos here. What travels when you go cross country or in the away? The defense. Let's go.
Yeah, Broncos for me as well. It's just one of those games where it's like I don't. Jane Daniels isn't back. Even if Jane Daniels was back, I'd still be hesitant because like when he played the Bears, he didn't look that great. What he go for like 1-1, like 1 touchdown, 1 interception, maybe 200 yards. That's not great. Yeah. So like imagining like Jane Daniels coming off of a elbow injury, is that what he was out for? Elbow?
Yeah. Dislocated.
Yeah. There's no way he's going to be able if he somehow makes this game, he's not going to be able to come back to full form, you know. And if he does make it, bet on his rushing props because he would be running a lot, but there's no way he's going to. So give me the Broncos.
It's his non-throwing arm, by the way.
Yeah.
Is it his non-throwing? Well, then I guess I should shut the fuck up. Regardless,
I wish you would have an hour ago.
I know, dude. You know, like you guys started talking about Matthew Stafford, and I get heated with Matthew Stafford because he hasn't accomplished anything in the league. So
I've been
We heard that already. All right.
vehement Matt Stafford defender for years. I can't believe this is just surfacing.
you know what?
All right, Monday night, we got the Giants taking on the Patriots. The Patriots are home 7-point favorites. I don't know. Part of me wants to go the Giants, but I can't. I'm going to take the Patriots at home, -7.
So I don't know if who's playing or who's starting quarterback for the New York Football Giants this week. Whether it's Jackson Dart, if they're trying to still keep him out because I don't know, the league has it out for him or whatever, or he's just fighting doctors at this point about concussions. Or if I don't know who gives him the better advantage, if it's Jameis or Dart, but I think the like gotcha game that with the Jameis magic and everything, if it was gonna happen, it was gonna happen last week against Detroit, but it didn't happen and they got beat. So I don't know, like just give me the fucking Patriots here. It's frustrating. And I cannot wait for this over-under next year to be at like 6.5, and I'm going to smash that over, and it's going to be glorious. But, give me the Patriots.
Yeah, I mean, I've been a Patriots believer all season because I see greatness when when it slaps me in the face. Unlike you guys, Matthew Stafford. But I don't know. Patriots. I agree with Sean. This would be one of those games where like James looked so good last week. He comes out this week and he throws 3 interceptions. I'm not gonna put any any bread in the basket for fucking Jameis this week. I love Jameis, great guy, hilarious. I love watching him. But he's just one of those quarterbacks that you just can't trust. And so this week, I'm not trusting him. I'm trusting potential MVP candidate, Drake May. So give me the Patriots here. And yeah, that's it.
All right, sweet. We've made it through the Week 13 spreads. Let's move on to everyone's favorite section of the podcast called Dogs and or Heaters. Nick did hit his dog last week of Steelers defense anytime touchdown. So, like I said at the beginning
He's
of the
throwing up
podcast,
from all the shots.
I'm throwing up from watching crying Caleb Williams win a fucking game when he shouldn't have.
all right,
Just
well,
watching
we've
Caleb
all
Williams
hit
highlights.
one
Crying
dog
Caleb?
or heater so far this year. Nobody's hit more than one, so we'll see if we can get off of that this week.
baby.
Nick, since you hit your dog last week, do you have a dog for this week?
Yeah, give me Steelers defense anytime touchdown. We don't have a line for that, but with Jameis playing, it's bound to fucking happen. All right, it's bound to happen.
Do we know Jameis is playing?
No, we don't.
No,
But
we
I'm
do.
going to assume that he is. I don't see any reason why the Giants would want to push out Dart. It's a lost season for the Giants, so why would they push out their future? Why not push out a guy that the fans love, that might win them games, might not. Either way, people are going to love it. It's entertainment. That's what the NFL is at the end of the day, is entertainment, and Jameis brings the most amount of entertainment to your TV. So give me Patriots defense anytime touchdown. It's gonna be a fun ride.
You say Patriots?
Yeah, Patriots defense.
Okay, didn't you say Steelers?
I probably did because I was
from last
Okay.
week.
Well, right. So that's why I was confused why you're bringing up Jameis. Okay, Patriots defense.
yeah.
All right. Any other dogs from you, Nick?
No, that's it.
All right, Scene, do you want to go or do you want me to go?
Well, so I unfortunately cannot take credit for this one. I did hear it when I was scouring the internet and podcasts for information this week on stuff. And this one did just, it hit me, it struck with me, and it has since already gone down in price since I have looked it up from the start of the podcast to the end of the podcast. We have a Thanksgiving extravaganza for the receiving props. It's all bona fide number ones to get over, or I'm sorry, 100-yard receiving or over. First one, Christian Watson, receiving yards over prop. I mean, that we should, keyword here, should. I can't always trust LaFleur, but I'm willing to spin the roulette wheel a couple times with the Packers receivers here, hint, hint. And we'll go Christian Watson, 100 receiving yards. It's been a minute since that's happened, but I think we're going to be needing to chuck the ball around to beat Detroit on Thursday. So give me Christian Watson, 100-yard receiving. Next one, Xavier Worthy, 100-yard receiving against that Dallas secondary that Russell Wilson cooked for 400 plus yards. So give me that. The last one, Jamar Chase, 100 yards receiving, where Jamar Chase is the only receiver that the Bengals should be targeting besides Mike Gesicki. Probably. So, yeah, all three of those parlayed, it would be about 138 to 1, or plus, what do we got here? I can't read. Plus about 1,300, 13.7K. So $1 would get you about $138. But if you boost that if you do have the green app and you decide to use your 30% parlay boost, you can boost it to 180 to 1. So all three of the things of those happen, you get 180 to 1. So $10 gets you 1,800, and you're feeling nice. You buy one turkey, hell, you might buy a couple turkeys for the family. Feeling good? You might even buy some ham. That's all I got.
All right, I have two dogs this week. Taking two shots at it. My first one, I guess, is one I've been looking at all week. Army Moneyline. They're playing UTSA, the Roadrunners. Meet meet. Army has been a good football team this year. They just had a couple close losses, and the spread in this game is 7.5, which I think is pretty wild. But Army Moneyline is plus 235 currently, at least on the Green app. So that is my first dog. And then my second dog is kind of just one that I popped up into my brain during this pod. Jared Goff anytime touchdown plus 2,000. Prime time Thursday, Thanksgiving. Dan Campbell. I mean, I know Ben Johnson was the one coming up with all the trick plays last year, but like, if there's ever time for Jared Goff to get a receiving touchdown again, like Jameis got last week, and Jared Goff, did he get one, or was there an attempt at? There was an attempt at one, but he got called back
No,
or
it
something.
was
Is that
it
right?
was an
Or
attempt. He got it, but it was
yeah,
overruled because it was like an illegal
right.
procedure or some shit.
So, anyways, my
I
thought
love it.
process was like, if there's any time to get Jared Goff a touchdown, it's this game, especially against the Pack. I don't know. It just seems too good to be true. So, yeah, I love this at plus 2,000, honestly. Um, all right.
I
Well, then
love that.
let's move on to our locks. So, Sean was the leader of our locks last week at 2-4. I was 1-4-1,
Mighty 2 and
and
4.
Nick was unfortunately 0-6. Overall, though, I am slightly the leader in front of Sean, 37, 33, and 2. Sean's 36 and 36, and Nick's 26 and 43. So with that, Sean, since you did the best last week, do you want to lead us through your locks?
Well, thank you, kind sir. I would love to. So, ideally, you are going to give me the reins here pretty soon, and I'll be talking about one of the best feast weeks of the week for basketball in the Battle for Atlantis. And that's going to be, we're going to take Virginia Tech minus 3.5 against Colorado State University. The Hokies are on another plane right now. Battle for Atlantis is up for grabs, and I expect the Hokies to get her done. That is going to be tomorrow or Wednesday, November 26th, 2025, in case we're time stamping dates here. The next one, I'm going to spin the wheel again with the Packer receiving props and go Romeo Dobbs over 43.5 receiving yards. Like I said, I just got a feeling. I've been feeling it all week that Dobbs is going to be a big player. I don't know whether that's going to be an anytime touchdown, whether it's going to be receiving. I'm hoping it's receiving because on third and short, second and manageable, he's usually the guy if it's not Watson. I know Reed is in the eligible window to go and get activated and play, but if he plays, I don't know how effective he's going to be. I don't know how many reps he's going to get. We're going to work him back slowly. So Dobbs over 43.5 receiving yards for my second lock. The next one, Kai Fairbairn, over 1.5 field goals made against the Colts. Like I said, this should be sitting at around minus 150. Anywhere from like minus 120 to minus 150 from what I've been looking at. And I've been keeping tabs on it. It's like I said, it's just going to be an auto play until proven otherwise. Now next one, we're gonna go Chiefs minus 3.5. I'm feeling pretty good about what we got going on Turkey Day. I think Mahomes is gonna show out. I think ideally worthy for the long shot or dog parlay is gonna work. So give me Chiefs minus 3.5 on Gobble Gobble Day. And then the next one, I could have just went with a regular NFL spread, but I'm gonna go. Oh, you motherfucker. Um, actually, because I see Brogan already has it. I won't. I won't be
No,
that
go
guy.
ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
So, um, well, we're gonna go. It's gonna be. You know what? Fuck it. It's gonna be a 10-point teaser at minus 120 odds. It's gonna be the Rams at half a point, Seahawks half a point, Chargers 0, So all they got to do is tie or win. And then the parlay of the week was going to be Broncos minus 6.5.
Okay. This is the middle team of that fucking 10-point teaser.
Uh,
Gotta keep up with you.
so we got Rams, Seahawks, Chargers.
Okay, Seahawks. I guess I probably could have just looked at the spreads to figure that out. All right. Well, yeah. Normally we hold on to the parlay of the week, but I like you getting it out there early. So I'll just get rid of my parlay of the week pick. All right, I'll go next.
Unless
So
you pick it in your locks and Nick also picks it, and then we are all scrambling for one last one.
well, I mean, yeah.
That ain't happening. I'm gonna let you know that right now. That ain't happening, Haas.
Yeah. No, I'll change because I had an actual another one, but I'm gonna save it. Anyways, my
Good.
locks this week. First one, Thursday night. Well, actually, let's go to Thursday afternoon first. This is a fun one. Since Sean's been doing field goal props, I wanted to get into the field goal prop game. This
Ooh,
seems
I
like a
like
sucker
that.
bet, but Dallas and Kansas City, who have arguably two of the best long range kickers in the game. I know Butker's been a little shaky the last few years, but regardless, both teams to make one 33-yard field goal, minus 110. Seems like as long as both teams kick a field goal, that's basically from like the 16-yard line and back, because it's you add 17 for a field goal normally.
That's a wild prop.
So, anyways, that just seems safe. So at minus
Where
110,
did you get that one?
Dude, what the fuck?
it's on the Green app.
That is?
All right.
Okay,
Yeah.
I fuck with it.
Yeah, I don't know. That one just it seems like a sucker bet because I feel like that should be a lot worse odds than minus one. Like I feel like that should be like minus 150 or like minus 180.
Well, yeah, I mean,
Anyways,
especially alone with who's a Dallas kicker? It's
Aubrey.
Brandon Aubrey. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, he's automatic from 50 plus. Like that dude's awesome, and they
Right.
know it too.
So that's what I mean. Like I feel like both teams are confident in kicking long field goals. So I don't know. That just yeah, I love that lock this week. Thursday night, another lock I love is the Bengals Ravens under 52.5. And maybe people are starting to get on this because I just checked now and the line has shifted to 51.5. So maybe this is going to keep dropping. The Ravens, I don't think, have been scoring a ton of points lately. And I don't know, like I said, I'm a little nervous about Joe Burrow coming back his first week back after injury. I don't expect him to put up like 400 yards and 5 touchdowns. I would love to be wrong about that. But anyways, that total just seems pretty high, especially for a divisional game. So yeah, I like under 52.5 for the Ravens and Bengals. Next, going to college football. I have two different college football locks this week. So my first one is going to be Minnesota Gophers money line minus 112. Guess who they're playing this week? The Badgers for the Axe. The only reason I'm locking this is so that way I am wrong about the Badgers again and the Badgers get the Axe. So I am reverse jinxing myself here so that way the Badgers win. But I'm going to lock the Minnesota Gophers money line for that to happen. And then my second college football is a 3-team parlay. Ole Miss, Georgia, and Ohio State money line. Throw those three together, minus 104. I mean, that also just feels like free money. So yeah, love that.
Might have to tail
And
that
then,
one tomorrow.
right. That putting those three together and that coming out at minus 104 seemed pretty wild.
Oh no, Ohio State's playing Michigan. I don't know about
Yeah.
that one.
Well, okay, so listen, I know Ohio State hasn't been able to beat Michigan, but like
They haven't beat them
they
since
gotta
COVID was a thing.
right. They gotta do it. It's like they gotta do it this year, right?
Maybe, right? Otherwise, Ryan Day is going to get fired.
Right.
They could win another
So
championship. He's getting fired.
Yeah, Ohio State's got to win that. Honestly, Ole Miss is playing like Mississippi State, I think, in the Egg Bowl. That's the one I'm most concerned about out of those three. But I still think they're all going to hit. And then lastly, my last lock, I'm going to take Niners -4.5. Shedeur Sanders can't do it twice. In his first one, he got a cupcake game against the Raiders. The 49ers defense, although very banged up, will not be as soft as the Raiders were. So Niners -4.5. And then my pick for the parlay of the week, since Sean took the one that I already had written down for the parlay of the week that he could see
I'm a
when he
rascal.
made his parlay of the week pick,
No other way around it.
I'm gonna go CD Lamb anytime touchdown. I think it's like +130 or something, or +110. It's plus money, not by a lot. But I saw the Cowboys coach said something about like CD is gonna get a ton of balls his way because CD was kind of frustrated in the Eagles game. CD did have some drops
It
too.
was a
He did
drop
drop
and
a
a
touchdown.
dickload.
Yeah. But anyway, I don't know. There's CD Lamb anytime touchdown on Thanksgiving Day for the parlay of the week. Nick, what are your locks this week?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Chargers spread. Raiders are just ass. And then we're gonna go back-to-back spreads here. I really like the Colts spread here too. I think the Colts are looking pretty scrumdiddlyumptious there. Actually, piggybacking on Brogan CD Lamb anytime touchdown, I want to take Dax over 250 yards. At -129. It's not going to be a shootout, but the Cowboys are going to have to throw it a lot to try and keep up or even win the game against the Chiefs. They're not going to beat the Chiefs on the ground. So I think Dak's going to have to air it out, and I like his passing over. And then going to Kirk Cousins, I like his passing over at 180 for -144. Okay. I like that. 180 yards for Kirk Cousins is not that hard for being a future Hall of Famer. So 180 yards. That's not outside the realm of Kirk Cousins' scope at all. And then I want to take this.
Or is this?
Alt spread.
Oh, alt spread. Okay.
Yeah, -144 for that. That's at least what it is right now on November 25th.
Yeah.
And then I want to take the Saints Fins under. I forgot what the line is, but I don't like it. I think it was at like 40 something. Hold up, let me refresh my page. I think it was like 41, 42. That's not great. What is it? 41 and a half. Fuck that. That's at -108. I don't like it. That's just, I don't know, dude. I don't know.
Well, you can have 42.5 at -126 if that's your number.
No, that isn't.
All
but
right.
I'll actually take it. I'll take 42 and a half. You know what? We'll do that. Give me that extra point margin there because I'm fucking dog shit on picks. Let me have it, Broken. All right.
What happens if you go another 0 for 6? Do we do a shot for your incompetence?
You know what? If I go another 0 for 6, I'll take an additional shot. Actually, I'll take an additional shot for every week I go 0 for 6 consecutively. So I'll do.
We should all take a shot for you going 0 and 6.
Dude, that's why I would once again. Looking at all my picks last week, I would do them again. I would do them
Have
again.
you heard his takes on Matthew Stafford this entire podcast?
I
don't
would,
back anything
dude. Matthew,
personally.
and don't even get me started. Don't even get me started on Matthew
What's
Stafford.
your parlay of the week pick?
Kirk over 180.
Oh my god.
Doubling down on Kirk.
Doubling down on old Kirko.
100,
I hate that.
180 yards for Kirk? Come on. Come on.
All right. I mean, yeah, I hate it, but
come on.
Anyways, our parlay of the week this week is Broncos -6.5, Kirk Cousins over 180 passing yards in 2025, and CeeDee Lamb anytime touchdown. That gets you a nice 660 according to the Green Book. So 6.5 to 1. A little over 6.5 to 1. And yeah, it's been a while since we've hit one of these, so
We're
nothing
due
like trusting
eventually.
Kirk
If
Cousins to get
yeah,
this one done.
if anything, this will be the fucking
If
week.
Kirk Cousins is the one to bust it, if you two make it and Kirk Cousins is the one to bust it, I'll take an additional shot.
Lovely.
All right. Well, yeah. Anything else boys, for week 13?
Nothing for week 13, but we got some college hoops.
All
I
right.
love college basketball. It's
Do
so
it.
fun.
Nothing like a little. Again, if this isn't in your family tradition, get a new family or change your tradition. One of them seems way easier than the other. We got multiple different college basketball action going on as we speak right now from I believe it's the new era or new players era tournament, whatever the fuck's going down in Las Vegas, and seems a little questionable if you ask me. A little bit of Saudi money coming in, but I think it was like the whoever wins the whole thing gets like $1 million split between the coaches and players, which I'm all for. Pay the players, pay the coaches, whatever. I don't give a shit. It's all entertainment. And it's extremely like they got a lot of high quality talent, but unfortunately that is also taken away from some of the older ones that have been around for 10, 12 years, like the Maui Invitational and one of my personal favorites, the Battle for Atlantis, which we will be covering right now because apparently we are like one of 3 to 4 sports podcasts that are going to cover this. I was trying to find some more information about this. I was trying to find more excitement. Nobody gives a shit about Battle for Atlantis. Atlantis is important, all right? It is an 8-team tournament taking place tomorrow at 11 a.m. over the course of the next 3 days. And it's going to be fun. It have the high firepower that it used to in the past? No, because all those are chasing money. But guess what? Atlanta still matters, all right? You still get college kids going out and partying in, I don't know, not the Bahamas, maybe the Bahamas. I don't know where the fuck Atlantis actually is. Nobody really knows. That's more of a thing when Brogan's away and Nick and I will play when we talk about conspiracy theories, which that'll be a fun time later. But usually, Battle for Atlantis has gotten the more like think, oh, these are probably just mid-major schools. Wrong. You're wrong. Since COVID happened, if you believe in that kind of thing, like 21, 22, 23, 24, all that stuff, they've gotten legitimate contenders in the NCAA tournament. So don't think, oh, these guys don't matter. Like in 2021, they had Baylor win the whole thing, which I don't know, Brogan, Nick, you definitely don't know or don't give a shit about college basketball.
I
But
love
Brogan,
college basketball.
that Baylor team, how dominant was that 2021 NCAA tournament Baylor team? They were boat racing everybody, right?
Their defense was unreal.
They ran through the competition, and I think they won. They won Battle for Atlantis in that championship round. They won it by like 20. They beat a good Michigan State team by like 20 points. Otherwise, like other past competitors, you've had like Tennessee, Villanova, Oklahoma. All of them have won it. The biggest ones, recently, it's not necessarily just a chalky tournament either. Last year, we had Louisville at 18 to 1. They won the whole thing. The year before that, Villanova, 5 to 1. Not necessarily the biggest return, but it's not necessarily like one underdog team against a super chalky team, at least in the past couple of years have gone. So, super excited about that. We don't necessarily have the best teams in it, unfortunately, given the Players Era and the Maui Invitational and a couple other Feast Week, as the sports books like to call it, which I'm a big fan of. I got nothing going on. I'm here to just drink in the afternoon and just watch some college basketball all day. So I'll start highlighting some of them. In the upper half of the top bracket, we got Western Kentucky taking on Vanderbilt tomorrow at 11 o'clock in the morning. And Vanderbilt, I believe, was like a 19.5 point favorite. But Vanderbilt, clear clear-cut favorite at minus 120 for the futures. But if you like putting minus 120 for a number down for the futures, you got to get a different hobby than sports betting, because in an 18 tournament, anything can happen, especially given the talent pool here. I don't necessarily buy that. Western Kentucky, do I think they're going to upset them? No, because they're 130 to 1. So if you want to have a cool sweat that first couple hours, I mean, the future, possibly money line play could be there, but I think Vanderbilt would roll there. In the bottom half of the upper bracket, though, is where it gets a little bit more interesting, with VCU coming in at 11 to 1, taking on South Florida 15 to 1. Both teams, high scoring offenses. And what I was seeing from the minimal information I was able to pull on this, it is still an important tournament in terms of NCAA tournament rankings and securing a spot. There's going to be a lot of not non-conference. What is it? Quad one, quad two wins, where they kind of determine strength of schedule and everything. If you're one of these lower mid-major schools that don't necessarily go against like an SEC or Big Ten powerhouse consistently, and then this is a place where you're really able to kind of separate yourself from the pack and get some of those NCAA quality tournament playoff wins. And we got VCU, who's a perennial name in the NCAA tournament, going against South Florida. Both teams offensively, super high powered juggernaut, but I'm going to be sprinkling a little bit of VCU in the upper half of the bracket to win that whole thing at 11 to 1. And that's just going to be a good game. But going into the top half of the bottom bracket, because again, you can't just load up all your eggs in one basket. You gotta diversify a little bit. We got Colorado State at 15 to 1 going against one of my favorites in the Virginia Tech Hokies at 8.5. I already have Virginia Tech winning this game and covering by 3.5. I'm happy that the sports books have already announced the lines and everything. Probably my most exciting matchup of the Wednesday, whatever that, the 25th, I think. Doesn't matter. But both teams high scoring offenses, about averaging about 90 points a game. Going to be a lot of offensive production, I'm hoping. So if you want, maybe sprinkle a little bit on that over, but ideally the Hokies get that one done. But Colorado State, Virginia Tech in the late window, I believe that one's going to be the 4 o'clock slate. And then the last one, Wichita State, coming out of the Missouri Valley Conference, always a competitive, kind of a household conference name when it comes to March, going against St. Mary's, Gonzaga's conference. Brogan, do you know what conference they're in, or no? I'm blanking right now.
Yeah, that's like the WCC or whatever,
Yep,
WAC.
that sounds right. That sounds right. So Wichita State is at a very respectable 40 to 1 to win the whole thing. But the reason that they're priced so high, I know you think Wichita State, oh God, they usually make pretty deep, like maybe they win the first weekend, they get into the Sweet 16 pretty consistently, right? Well, they're going against St. Mary's, who's also very, very consistent in the NCAA tournament. Wichita State's 40 to 1. St. Mary's is plus 270. They're the second best favorites here. So I've sprinkled a little bit here on VCU, Virginia Tech, and St. Mary's to win the whole thing. I'd put a little bit more on St. Mary's, at least to make it to the championship. Ideally, Vanderbilt gets upset by either VCU or South Florida. Hey, maybe Western Kentucky gives them a little bit of trouble, but I think it'll probably be, if it's not Vanderbilt, it'd be VCU coming out of that top bracket, and ideally Virginia Tech just solely based on the monetary value. But I'm sprinkling a little bit on the favorites coming out of the bottom bracket, so it should be a fun experience. It should be a fun experience, fun tournament. I know Ken Palm rankings. Some of you may be asking, what is Ken Palm rankings? That is just kind of the basic offense. This guy has handicapped and rated offensive, defensive rankings for college basketball for decades now at this point. And Vanderbilt's coming in at number 14, so top 15 in the country. These are all, I think it's based out of, I believe, 100 100 some, like 160, 170 or something like that. So the closer you are to 0, the better. But we got Vandy coming in at KenPom ranking of like 14. SM's St. Mary's coming in at 26. VCU 54. Virginia Tech 57. I mean, all these are going to be quality tournament teams. So, like I said, I've already talked too much on the Battle for Atlantis. I love it. Nobody else maybe really gives a shit, but I'm excited to drink and watch some college basketball. I don't know about you guys. It's going to be a great Thanksgiving weekend. What do we say?
I've been tuned out for the last 8 minutes personally. But
That's exactly what I'm talking about. No respect for the Battle for Atlantis.
Dude, college basketball is great.
0.
I don't give a fuck about early college basketball, though.
To March, and then I'll care.
All right, you're losing. You're missing out, dude. You guys are missing out.
I love college ball, bro, but it's just too soon. It's just too soon. Too many new faces. Too many new. You know what? I don't give. You know what? Fuck it. Let's keep going. We wrapping it up.
Sean, I'm happy. I'm happy that you love it.
We'll
right.
add about 10 extra minutes of comment. I don't give a shit. We'll talk about it later.
Anything else for this week's pod, boys?
Nope.
Nothing comes to mind. Atlanta starts tomorrow. Who's gonna win it?
All right. Yeah. Shout out Battle for Atlantis. I might have to tune in just so I can
I won't be.
talk with Sean about it. All right. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. Goodbye.
If you believe Matthew Stafford is a future Hall of Famer, I have a fucking bridge in Brooklyn to sell you, buddy. All right. Not a Hall of Famer. Bye.